It's going to get started, Jack. As soon as these niggas get on, we gonna go on and get to work. I'm gonna stop this music as soon as my people get on. But I guess this is all when you playing somebody else's playlist. I guess if you play somebody's song, it go on to the next song, the next song, the next song. But I thought that the title to the motherfucker was cold, Jack. You know what I mean? Hold on for a minute. Once these niggas get on, I guess everybody is waking the fuck up late, man. I need to fire all you niggas, man. Y'all waking up late. These niggas is bugging. You know what I mean? We about to start without these niggas. I can't wait on them to get on, but I gotta start. I gotta stop this music. It's dope though, I'm sure, cause the bitch be putting out hits. So she be putting out all hits, so I know it's dope. You know what I mean? But we gotta go on and get started. All right. Remember that you can even, when you build up this brand, you know what I mean, Morning Star, when you build up this motherfucking brand, remember that people are, if you do it right, people are going to be uncomfortable. That's real. I mean, I've noticed that over the past like 15 years or whatever. You know, it didn't happen to me 20 years ago. You know what I mean? 20 years ago, it never happened where, you know what I mean, hold on, man, let me put these keys back together and um, but it didn't happen to me years ago because you know, nigga, I wasn't. It wasn't a guarantee of what I was about. You know what I mean? It was just probably something that you know, people thought was probably a fad, or something that would fade out, or some motherfucking shit. But now I guess you know, 20 years in, I'm a motherfucking big deal. You know what I mean? This is how I, you know what I mean, paid all my motherfucking mortgages off. This is how I, you know what I mean, did everything that I was going to accomplish in life through this route. It scares people just speaking to their family. That's real shit. If you just speak to a nigga's sister, if you speak to you know what I'm saying, a bitch's cousin, if you speak to, sometimes it even scare the bitch. Your brand, if you do it right, it's gonna rub people the right or the wrong way. And you don't know how it's gonna affect them. You know what I mean? You don't know. You know what I mean? Because you speak and then you hold your breath like, damn, I wonder if this bitch family is gonna panic because she comes from an all white square ass family. What in the fuck? But you know, you still get down because that's your job, that's your mission. You are who you are. But let me tell y'all niggas ahead of time, when you do it right, it scares people, and all the suckers would be like, yeah, that's right, that's my reason not to do this, nigga. I don't need to go hard in the paint for my own life, nigga, because I don't want to scare people. I didn't say I regret it, nigga. I didn't say I regret it, nigga. I do want to tell y'all, you don't get out and get known for this street pimping like I did, man. I will say that, but I ain't gonna. I never regretted changing my life ever. You know what I mean? It's never came up to where I was like, oh man, you know, this shit is thank you for your constantism, boss. You know what I mean? Long live Boss Hog Macaroni. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt. You know what I mean? The great and honorable, you understand me, Boss Hog Macaroni. You understand me? The honorable nigga that ain't just like every other nigga, you know what I mean, that's doing every other nigga thing around here. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, you know, you wanna go hard for your brand and who you want to become and who you represent and what you represent and everything else. You know what I mean? You gotta, you know, you gotta know that it's gonna change your whole life. Once you do it, it's gonna change your whole life. You know what I mean? If you stick with the Morning Star, it's gonna change your whole life. If all y'all niggas stick with the life change, it's gonna change your whole life. It ain't gonna change part of your life. It's gonna change the whole life. You know what I mean? Hey, it's 6 of y'all niggas on here. Only one nigga liked it, man. The rest of y'all like it, man, or get the fuck out. We ain't got no time for games this morning. My brother told me to do something yesterday, but I think the results that irritate me so bad, dude, that I'll probably stop doing these lives forever. My brother jumped on the live yesterday. You know what I mean? Some of y'all niggas seen it. Y'all niggas that know my story know that this nigga is a nigga that's related to me. You know what I mean? Like we grew up. You know what I mean? We was side by side in the streets. And actually, I made a couple million, and he made a couple million at the same time. You know what I mean? Like we made the dough together, like fucking around with each other. You know what I'm saying? Well, at least my first meal I made side by side fucking with him. My second two that I made on the West Coast, he wasn't there. But this nigga had a meal. This nigga got money. You know what I mean? Yesterday when he got on, he was like, man, yeah, I like the class. He said, man, but I think you giving too much for niggas that don't understand it, don't appreciate it, ain't gonna use it, and this and that. He said, man, you need to kick a lot of them niggas out. You know what I mean? Them niggas ain't even buying the drinks. They ain't, doing this and that. And I was like, bro, I'm doing it for something bigger than just the drinks. I'm doing it for something bigger than that. He was like, boss, I'm just saying I know what you're trying to do because I know you. He said people that don't know you don't know that you put your all into some shit when you're doing it, nigga. That's your purpose. That's your mission, nigga. So you consistent, nigga. He said I've been hearing you say you're doing the class for the last 10 years, nigga, every day, because this nigga been in and out of prison and shit like that. And he was like, I've been hearing you, say it every day, and I just be thinking you be blowing me off. That nigga ain't got no class. He just ain't answering the phone for the old niggas that he knew back in the day, And he said, man, but nah, I see you doing it. Then I scroll down, nigga, you doing this shit every motherfucking day. He said, man, why would you do that for some niggas that don't, rock with you, don't even buy the drinks, don't buy the course? Is all them niggas in your school? No, man, all them niggas ain't. He said, man, I tell you what, he said, kick them niggas out. I said, I did that a couple months ago, man. Some niggas irritated me. I blocked everybody from the room, nigga, you know what I mean? I said, but these niggas they come in with profile pics, and we going in the right direction. He was like, man, tell all them niggas, because I was like, man, I don't even know half the niggas that's watching it, because you only know, the niggas that you know. He said, man, tell all them niggas to comment. You know what I'm saying? He said, man, I watched it go from 5 niggas to 20 niggas to 40 niggas. He said, man, it's 40 niggas on there, man, but I see only 2 niggas buying the drinks. He said, man, I see only 5 niggas commenting. He said, who the fuck are the rest of them niggas? I said, I don't know. I be wanting to know who the fuck, a couple of them are a couple bitches that like a nigga but ain't ready, ain't got they social security together. You know what I mean? They ain't got their social proof. Like, hey, this is what caliber of bitch I am. So they scared to fuck with me. And then some of them is some of y'all, the weird niggas that dislike my shit every day. The same nigga that dislike it 4 times from 4 different accounts. You know what I mean? He was like, man, make all them niggas speak or make them get the fuck out. And it did cross my mind. Man, maybe I'll tell niggas to do that. But man, I would be done kicked all of y'all niggas out 100 times over, man. I mean, seriously, 100 times out of 100, I think that the majority of the niggas that sit in here and listen to this pimping is not really about it. They ain't about the movement like us. So it'd be like 99% of the room would be kicked out every week if I do that. You know what I mean? It's so tempting though that I'm kind of like, because I only want the real in here anyway. I don't want everybody else in here. The scary bitches got no real place in here. I mean, I love you hoes, you know what I mean? But I love the game being pure, and the purity of it more. So the scary bitches that you know what I mean, that might think I'm cute, might think that, you know what I'm saying, the dick is good, or, you know what I'm saying, that they like my aggression or whatever, y'all get the fuck out of here. This ain't for y'all. I just let y'all get it as a bonus, nigga. You know what I'm saying? It's like, when your cup runneth over, you dig? Your cup is runneth over, so you just bless the people with the little drips that fall out, you know what I mean? So you come through dripping, drip, drip, you know what I mean? So you let the people have it, you know what I mean? But, and this is what I was telling my brother. I had to keep stopping him. Dude, stop it, man, because if I get to thinking about it too tough, I got to take it personal. I got to kick everybody out, you know what I mean? But this game is most important to me, meaning not the whole game, not all the little hookers and little niggas that's trying to do some pimping and don't really know what the fuck, but the people that love the game. The art of the game is important. The destiny of the niggas that's here is important. The future of this game is important. And I think that y'all niggas need it so much. Y'all don't even know y'all need it. Y'all just know it's something in y'all that make y'all love it, make y'all yearn it, make y'all show up, right? But the love that I have for y'all motherfuckers is y'all look like me. That's why I like profile pics, because I like to see that everybody look like me. You know what I mean? So I like to know I'm giving back to my people. The love that I have for you motherfuckers will not get me to ever completely cut y'all niggas off. Unless y'all snitches and pedophiles and suckers, you know what I'm saying? Like, then I cut you motherfuckers. For you, I even imagine mushing the nigga fucking face like, bitch, you motherfucking hoe ass nigga, you're making us look bad, nigga, but, I love this game and the people that belong to it, nigga. So, here we are for another class, even though that's 2 days in a row that niggas that know me, that grew up with me, got on here and was completely turned off by the niggas not buying the drinks, by the niggas, yo, it's 40 niggas on here and then 40 niggas not speaking, and yo, not even saying, man, good game, good class, homie. Not even saying, you know what I mean, what up, though? You know, like just weird niggas. I think all us real street niggas are turned off by the niggas that just watch it and don't, you know what I mean? But anyway, and then by the end of the day, it'd be like 500 niggas that done watched it. You know, but it don't be 500 niggas that commented. You know what I mean? And sometimes it ain't something to comment on every video. It's just when 500 niggas every day watch the videos and it ain't, you know what I'm saying, you know, even 100 comments, you gotta think, who are these niggas? Who the fuck are these niggas that scroll from this video to that nigga's video, this nigga's page to that nigga's page? Who the fuck are y'all? Or let me, a better question, who do y'all wanna be? Who the fuck do y'all want to be? When are y'all going to say enough is enough? Enough scrolling is enough. Now let me change my life. You don't like this chain? That's cool. You don't like the brand, the game versus everybody? That's cool. But you got to find something that you want to do. So, you know, that gets you to step off the porch, nigga, that gets you to get off your mom's couch, that gets you to get, you know what I mean, to want to be somebody great. You got to do that. Mr. Avaricious came in and bought y'all niggas 2 shots, man. You know what I mean? And this is the thing. This is the mark of a player. When they come in, they come in buying the shot. Oh, man, this ain't, you know, this ain't nothing. Man, let me tell you something. I seen niggas in here buy $100 shots. I seen niggas buy 99-cent shots. It don't even matter the price. I don't never be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, nigga. You know what I mean? I love what I'm doing. You know what I mean? So you can kind of hear it in all that I do. You know what I mean? But it irritates the niggas that know me because they know how much I love this shit, this game. I've been like this since I was a shorty, nigga. I've been like this since I was a teenager. Anyway, man, let's get back to it, nigga, before I get to thinking too hard and cut this shit off early. I do keep hearing that I need to do shorter lives, though. I do keep hearing that, so we might start doing that. You know what I mean? You know, you want to be better than me? Oh, okay. Look, yo, so Morning Star, you know, I'm so competitive that, you know, I take that like good, and then I take that like, I'm gonna crush this. You know, you love a nigga to be like, I want to be better than you. I want you to be better than me, homie, but I gotta make it hard for you to do it. And I'm not gonna make it hard by holding the game back from you. I'm gonna make it hard by schooling your young ass on the court. Like, bitch, I'm gonna throw you the bowls and everything, nigga. And dunk on your motherfucking whole ass, nigga. That's just who I am, nigga. But that's what makes us better. You know what I mean? Is that kind of thing. That's what makes us better, nigga. Is the challenge of the youth and the experience of the old and the, you know what I mean? All the shit. You know what I mean? So, nigga, I love you for wanting to be better than me. That's cool. You know, I ain't even read the rest of it, nigga. The first part got me so excited. I was like, yeah. You know what I mean? Let's see. I want to be better than you, and then to point my mentors and be like this because of him. Maybe I'm reading too fast. I want to be better than you, and then point to my mentors and be like, I'm like this because of him. Yeah. No doubt. I mean, that's always the case. That's always the case. You always want to make the niggas that helped you change your life proud. I think about that in everything that I'm doing. Every single day, I think about, man, my mentors got to be looking down on me like, hey, nigga, you know what I'm saying? You handling this shit. You know what I mean? Young blood over there handling this shit. And my mentors that are still alive are like, man, you know what I mean? Yeah, man, I changed that young boy diapers, nigga. Now he a monster. You know what I mean? I always think about that. Every single day that crosses my mind. I wonder if my mentors are watching this shit and proud. You know, every single day. Every single day that crossed my mind, dude. It ain't a day that don't affect my thoughts that, damn, I want these niggas to be proud of everything I'm saying. You know what I mean? Everything I'm doing. You know what I mean? All that kind of shit. I don't go out to tell everybody everything I'm doing. It's just, you know, I want them to hear about it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? One of my mentors hit me once and he was like, man, I don't know what the fuck you doing out there. What the fuck are you doing out there? He said, but these niggas is talking about you like you Jesus. I said, I am the way. and we bust out laughing about it, you know what I mean? You know, but I mean, I work hard to try to set the bar high for this pimping. Yeah, I try to set the bar high as a motherfucker, man. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, speaking about that, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about today. I woke up at like 4:30 this morning, man, wanting to change some lives. I'm already giving a lot of value, but I'm thinking I want to give more value. So I wrote down my pen and my pad, and I'm like, man, how can I give more value? How can I give more value? You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm gonna give me a bitch this year, provided I'm provided with the proper work, the proper clay models that I can form into what it is that I want. I'm gonna turn somebody into it. I'm gonna turn some bitch into a superstar this year. You know what I mean? You already know, you know what I'm saying, Morningstar, of course, Tony and everybody, y'all already know, nigga, we all gonna be, superstars. We all gonna say superstars and everything and all stars all year because of the constant and consistent work. But I'm gonna put this work into a bitch. Yeah, I'm gonna do that this year. You know what I mean? I already got one bitch that I'm working on, but she ain't letting me style her and profile her though. You know what I'm saying? But mentally, this bitch gonna be sharp. Everybody that I touch is gonna be sharp, but mentally, this broad is gonna be sharp. Verbally, she's gonna be gifted. I can already tell. I can already see it. You know what I mean? Yo, I'm gonna make $1 million with this bitch. This is gonna be the next bitch I'm gonna make $1 million with. And I got two of them that's like that. It's just they totally different. You know what I mean? One bitch is a Scorpio, one bitch is a Capricorn. So you know what I mean? I'm gonna get busy. I'm gonna stay busy. But I'm gonna give me a bitch that I'm gonna style and profile this year. You know what I mean? You know, all those tattoo ideas that I got and all that. I'm gonna turn this bitch into a superstar, nigga. You know what I mean? Watch. Like a whole work of art, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Big famous motherfucking bitch that can get a big famous nigga check and I'm a motherfucking get it like normal. I was gonna say, but I don't wanna mislead y'all that's watching. No. Give it to me. You know what I mean? I'm not picking it up. Bitch, give it to me. Bitch, give it to me. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, I woke up with that urge to still be something more. Still like, damn, nigga, you doing a lot. My homie was like, dog, you working way too hard, nigga. You ain't getting enough out of this shit. And I was saying, not yet, though, homie, not yet. He was like, oh, nigga, but you can't keep doing it like this. Like, he was trying to change my whole shit. And I was like, God damn, baby, you only sat in one class, nigga. Imagine if you sat in the 3,000 other classes that I got on this phone before I started doing this live shit. Imagine if we, you know, like you can get on any one of my motherfucking Instagrams and it's like 400 videos on each one. I got like 7 of them. You know what I mean? And it's 400 videos on each one. And some of them ain't on the other videos. Some of them ain't on the other videos because Instagram is a weird thing. So I guess somebody will hack your account or something for like 2 weeks so you can't get in that motherfucker. Then it's like, oh, you can again. We just had to download all your videos, nigga, and suck your dick without paying you, nigga. Some weird shit. I don't know. But whatever it is, I just rock with it because it's the new thing. But you got to wake up every day wanting to change somebody's life. You know what I mean? What up, though, Mr. Norm, my brother from across the water? You know what I mean? You have to wake up every morning wanting to change somebody's life. Somebody that you dealing with. You know what I mean? Somebody that you rocking with. Somebody that's rocking with you. You got to, you know what I'm saying, wake up with a one-on-one chance with the future. A one-on-one bout. It's you and it's, you know what I'm saying, the nigga that's in the way of your future. The one-on-one bout. You know what I mean? And you got to, bitch, you know what I mean? You got to knock that motherfucker out. You got to go, you got to walk through him to get where you're going. Everybody has that thing in their way, that person in their way. Everybody, hold on, man. Top morning, baby. Everybody has that thing in their way and that person in their way. You cannot allow that shit to stand in your way. You cannot allow that smart, crafty, lying son of a bitch to hold you back from your greatness. You cannot allow that sucker shit to become you. You know what I mean? Like, you have to be bigger than that. You have to be greater than that. You have to be bolder than that. You have to be colder than that. You have to be more mature than that. You got to get out and crush the shit that's in your way so you can have your future, baby. I'm just saying, I like I said, I mean, I never do pictures or videos of my cars and shit, but I was, you know, because I'm thinking, you know, bigger than that. I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying, rows, but I ain't thinking about fucking up my whole bank on the roads. I'm thinking about when my business get to a point where it's easy. You know what I mean? Like that Porsche is easy. You know what I mean? To buy. And I was, you know, so I'm bullshitting about my Porsche, right? The greatest game on YouTube, hands down, no doubt, nigga. You know what I mean? You know, I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? My Midwest family. And you know, as I'm fucking around with this Porsche, and I'm like, you know, the bitch was like, damn, daddy, that's nice. You know, it's sexy and this and that. And I let her drive it to the store, you know what I mean? And the bitch was like, damn, I ain't never slid in a Porsche before. You know that West Coast slang shit. I'm gonna slide out in your Porsche, daddy, you know. Yeah, bitch, every day, because, I mean, you need to get around. You can't wait on me to, you know, take you some motherfucker where, you know what I mean? And I'm spending $50 on an Uber to get this bitch to the other side of town. Yeah, fuck all that. You know what I mean? So, yeah, what up, though? So, I was like, you know, man, I'm not putting up this, you know, I'm not flashing this Porsche. I'm not, you know, I don't be putting up videos. Because, you know, me and Tony both experienced this. You put up videos of your real life. Not no faking shit, not no rental shit, not no faulty shit, but you put up videos of your real life, pictures of your real life, and you see some dirty little dingy nigga that don't have none of the shit that you have that be like, nigga, your Porsche ain't the brand new one. It ain't, you know what I mean? Your house ain't the 10-bedroom, it ain't. Nigga, your jewelry ain't the platinum, it ain't. And you look on their page, they don't have no chain. You look on their page, they don't have no Porsche. But, you know, I guess the world holds you as in such a high regard, and that's dope. You know what I mean? That's dope. You know, I don't mind a bitch suck the boss hog like that, bitch. But if I get any hate, I'm going to crush you. Not only that, but you give me hate, I'm going to green light you too, nigga, because I'm with this shit. But what I'm saying is, I'm not easily impressed by my accomplishments. You know what I mean? None of y'all are easily impressed by your own accomplishments. Let me tell you today what my bitch told me yesterday. Daddy, that shit that you ain't really tripping about is somebody's dream car. So I know that you want, you know what I mean, the roles, you want to wait until you got 500 employees to get the roles. Because, you know, you got to remember, I had Bentley before and I wasn't nowhere near situated to be able to do it. I was a street guy, just waiting on the case. You know what I mean? But now, you know what I mean, I'm pacing everything. Nigga, I got a bunch of employees to pay. I got a bunch of niggas to take care of. I got a bunch of shit going. You know what I mean? Movie shit going, all type of projects going. And I don't want to put none of it on hold for a car. Nigga, a car is just a car, right? So, you know, I'm like, man, I want to wait. You know what I'm saying? You know, get this Rari. I'm gonna get this Rolls, because, you know, there's nothing like a nigga saying I was Rolls Royce pimp, nigga. There's nothing like that. So, you know what I mean? Shout out to all the niggas that's Rolls Royce pimp niggas out here, because it ain't easy, baby. You know what I mean? You know, and shout out to the niggas that be super deep like me, because it ain't easy, baby. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all the niggas that got skills, because it ain't easy, baby. You know what I mean? So what I'm saying, you know what I mean? Salute to the great and honorable boss hog Macaroni. You know what I'm saying? Everything else on here is just entertainment. You dig? You know what I'm saying? It's the real school. And, you know what I'm saying, the real learning and skills and connections and the shit that we gonna do to change our lives, the real gang that we are about out here, you know what I'm saying, the real crew, you know what I'm saying, us versus everybody else, because everybody else is entertaining everybody else. You know what I mean? They are entertaining each other. You were right about that, you know what I mean? But, yeah, man, you know, you have to start being a little more impressed with yourself. If you've made a change in your life, be impressed by that change. Pat yourself on the back for that change, man. You know what I mean? I stopped riding Benz a couple years ago. You know what I mean? I have 4 Benzes and I got them parked. I ain't seen them in years. And I started riding Porsche. And I don't want to fuck up my bank. So I'm buying older Porsches, whatever Porsches I want to buy that I can cash out and, you know what I'm saying? To where it don't inconvenience my life. Nigga, I got 2 kids to take care of. I got all my bitches have kids, so I be having sometimes 4 or 5 kids to take care of, depending on how many bitches I got at that time and how many kids they got and all that shit. And I got bitches to take care of who are essentially, you know what I'm saying, orphans that need this father, you know what I mean? All of the shit, together, I got a lot of shit to take care of, a lot of employees to take care of, but I'm still enjoying my life. And I got to pat myself on the back for that. You niggas have to pat yourself on the back for that. If y'all are doing something, you know what I mean, that's better than what you used to do, pat yourself on the back for that, nigga, because we will a lot of times discredit what we say, and then that will also make the people that's outside, the squares that's on the internet behind the keyboard and shit, that will make them get at us, and it hurt worse when they say something. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It bother us in a certain way where it shouldn't. It shouldn't, you know what I mean? I was seeing, I don't even know how I got on this. You know how sometimes you are doing something and then you go to put your phone in your pocket and shit. I pulled it out. It was, it was a little a bitch on the, she was in an interview at the radio station. And they were like, how do you deal with all the hate? And she was like, sometimes I get into it with the people, she said, but most of the time I'll be like, I ain't even got the time for that shit. You know what I mean? She was like, when you look at their page, she said they be real ugly. And I was like, whoa. I rarely call people ugly because I remember bitches thought I was ugly. So but I understood where she was coming from though. You know what I mean? Like, they have nothing going and you have something going. So even though you're not where you want to be, you're not where they at. You know what I mean? You are not where your haters are at. And again, that's why they hate you. That's why they jealous. Like, God damn it, man. Which one of y'all niggas ain't got y'all phone on mute, man? God damn, baby. So you know, when them people hate you, they mad at something that they can't afford to jock in public. They like, fuck that, I can't get that nigga no credit. You don't realize, nigga, you a sucker that ain't gonna never have it until you start giving it up. You see how many niggas I give they credit? Niggas come on here and be like, boss, I just started this company. I'll be like, yeah, what up, though? Nigga, I love that. Boss, I just stopped smoking weed. Boss, I just bought my first house. Boss, I just got my first car. And I'm like, nigga, congratulations. Because I know how hard it is to go somewhere. I know it. So I don't have to front about, oh man, you know, that car ain't it. Nigga, I don't give a fuck if you got an old Cadillac, nigga. You know what I mean? You put your game down for it, nigga, you gonna have a new Cadillac one day. You just keep putting your game down, keep growing, nigga. I don't give a fuck, you get an old Porsche, you gonna get a new one. That's actually the stair-step plan of how I got everything in my life, man. Everything in my life, man. When I first started buying jewelry, like I say, I bought a little bitty ass ring. All my partners laughed at me and shit. My partners today, but they were my mentors at the time. They laughed at me and shit. Passed the ring around, they wouldn't even give it back to me. It was like, you know what I mean, the monkey in the middle kind of thing. They just kept passing it to the next player and the next player. I was like, you know, I already don't want to go up and ask for this little ring they laughing about. And I was like, man, fuck, you know, but I did pay $1,800 for it. Fuck, you know. And I ended up going and having to pay for a $7,000 ring because I went through the hazing and it made me tougher. You know what I mean? You know, that's all a part of it, man. You know what I mean? You have to go through it to get to it. You can't just wake up and I woke up like this, nigga, and I'm here. You know what I'm saying? Hey man, y'all niggas ask y'all questions, man, because I think I'm gonna jump out there. I'm gonna listen to all of these bitches of mine and be like, Daddy, you can cut that call down to 30 minutes and you be throwing in so much game. So y'all might be cut down to 30 minutes, man, to 45. I ask y'all questions, Jack. Morningstar, you got some? Port Stony, you got some? Javon on from East Oakland, you got some? Mr. Avaricious, Mr. Norm, anybody? Y'all got something? Y'all niggas is just waking up ass niggas. Go ahead. Run it down to me. Hmm. Hold up. Let's stop right there. There's game right there. Nigga, let me explain something to you. That is the telltale sign to know that you ain't landed on thick enough. When a person asks, do you really believe in that? That's when you know you ain't landed on thick enough. When you landed on so thick, they gotta believe. They gotta know you believe. You know what I mean? Deshaun just bought y'all niggas a shot, though. You know what I mean? Y'all give it up to him. And Mr. Avaricious for buying the 2 shots earlier than that. So y'all give it up to both of them. You know, you have to dress and represent yourself like you are somebody, like you are going through transformation where they know you believe in it. I started out this class today talking about how scary it is for people when you are real pimp nigga, when you really about the business. When you really about this shit, you know what I mean? It scares people that their families could start liking you. So you just speaking on Instagram, I got like 3 or 4 different friend requests. I don't got no fans in common with these people, no friends in common, no bitches in common, no, so it would have to be that bitch that I spoke to earlier today. Now she was fine, so I'm gonna give it to the end of the day before I, probably back up and unsend the message and all that, because she just might hit me like, hey, you know what I mean? I checked out all your shit. I love all that shit you talking about, and boom, you know what I mean? Me and the bitch hooked up, and it might last 20, 30 years. Because what I told the bitch in the message was true. It was dope. It was dope, though. It was dope. Let me say that again. It was dope because I'm dope like that. You know what I'm saying? With my writing, I'm crispy. So it's almost unfair to deal with the general public when you're a writer, because everything that you say sound like you running game, but in reality, it's really how I feel. It just sounds real good because I'm real good at making shit sound real good. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, let me go ahead and read it off. Goddamn, baby, if your fine ass is on here, I really do like you, though. Or at least you cute. I don't know if I like you yet. But I want you like me either way. All right, let's see if we can find the message. This is how much I love you niggas, man. Where I be wanting to actually share all of the shit with y'all. Hold on. Let's see which account is saying. And this message ain't gonna sound like nothing y'all will ever write. Hold on, man. Who the fuck is this? Hold on, man. Okay. This ain't no hate. I like that. I appreciate that. I'll read it and comment on it once I'm done. But hold on. When you from the streets, you just get ready for hate. Okay. What did I tell this bitch? Now remember, y'all will never write nothing like this because this ain't really y'all life like that, like it is mine, nigga. Where you know what I mean, being smooth is a way of life. Nasir just bought y'all niggas two drinks. Y'all niggas give it up to him. I said, hey, I'm Kevin. I don't know how we met or got on here, but I really don't know how the fuck I never messaged you before or tried to talk to you because you are beautiful. But call me. Let's fall in love today. And I gave her my number, and I put daddy at the end, right? I put my government name on there because I like a bitch to be able to just look me up, bitch. I don't want to hide nothing from you. You know what I mean? So I said, just please be above 18 and look me up first, so you will find out if I'm crazy or too crazy, or you know what I mean, if I'm too crazy for you. But I am interested as fuck. You're fine as fuck to me, but you got to be over. God damn it! Hold on. I done went to another page. Hold on. You fine as fuck, but you got to be over 18. You know what I mean? Sorry I keep saying that, but you look hella young, you know what I mean? Hopefully you just look good for your age like I do. My melanin's popping, you there. Anyway, call me before I chicken out and unsend this message. You got me nervous as a motherfucker and shit, but, you know what I mean? I don't ever want to miss an opportunity to talk to a fine-ass woman. You know what I mean? You never know where this may lead. I said, but I'm never usually nervous to talk to a woman, laugh out loud. Now, you would never write nothing like that. But a lot of you niggas ain't that good, nigga. Y'all ain't been working on it like that. You know what I mean? You said, wish you could meet up front that way. Nigga, you gotta be. Nigga, let me tell you something. There is something sexy in life about being honest. There is something it's like intoxicating about just being honest with a bitch. You know what I mean? I be telling these bitches nowadays, man, when I be first meeting them, dude, and they give you that good feeling, you know what I'm saying? And I be like, damn, I don't even know you, but I love you because I love who you are. I love the person that they representing right now. Even if they putting on their best face, and in 6 months they not like this at all, and we, you know what I mean, fall out of that love though. You know what I mean? Ain't no telling. But today, the way that you are listening to everything I'm saying, you are bowing down everything I'm saying, baby. Oh man, I love you. You know what I'm saying? My other bitch, the way that you got all the right words to add on to the sentence, you putting the seasoning on my sentence and everything. Oh, I love you. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at that loving point in my life, nigga. I can just be honest, nigga. And what is it gonna do to hurt me, nigga? It ain't, you know what I mean? It ain't gonna hurt me. The bitch don't love me back, that's cool. Like, you know what I mean? I got 18 other bitches that do. You know what I mean? Like, you don't got nothing to lose, my nigga. You know what I mean? Go ahead and be transparent. Try that shit. You know what I mean? Just be very confident when you do it. Because you're going to get dissed a lot, but you're going to get dissed a lot anyway. It's the law of averages, nigga. You got to talk to a lot of bitches, you know what I'm saying? What you know what I'm saying? It's like in the story, you got to kiss a lot of toes before you find the princess, right? You know what I mean? You got to go through a lot. You know what I mean? So that's just part of it. You know what I mean? I'm always, nigga, I'm so honest, nigga. I just read y'all shit, my email unedited, nigga, uncut. You know what I mean? I read it out exactly, and I read slow as fuck. So, naturally, I remember hating to read in public, nigga, when they was saying it in school, nigga. But I read y'all shit, I read y'all my shit unedited, dude. I don't try to make it sound cool. I do try to make it make sense so y'all understand what I'm trying to say. Cause sometimes when you typing it, it don't sound like what you're trying to say. But yeah, I don't edit the shit and make it sound cool. I don't tell y'all some lie. I tell y'all exactly what I'm saying to a bitch. Like, this is me trying to change our history, nigga. That's what this is. You know what I mean? Everything he's saying is 100% true. Yeah, and this nigga grew up with me. So I appreciate that, man. That nigga bought y'all niggas 10 shots. You know what I mean? Y'all give it up to the nigga that hit the Michael Jordan today. You know what I mean? We can't deny when we seen some nigga come through and do it like that. Especially a nigga that grew up with me. You know what I mean? That's all a part of it. You know what I mean? When y'all move like that, you know what I mean? When you move like that, it's it's freeing. You know what I mean? You know, you're not locked down by you're not locked down by hold on for a minute, man. Shit. I don't link up, bro, but meet me on the YouTube. YouTube right now. Doing a live like I do every day. Uh, but much love to you. All right. All right. So, no, man. You know, the game don't have to be this lie, cheating, stealing, scurvy, shady, scantless ass motherfucking shit. It don't have to be that. It is what the fuck you bring to it. So if you bring to it some live, real game, then it'll be real game. But if you don't bring that to it, it ain't gonna be that. You know what I mean? It can't be. You know what I mean? You know, it can't be. You know what I mean? It's funny seeing. I guess he ain't never been on here and donated. So me seeing Vip. It take me back to when the Asians. He used to have a whole Asian clientele that his hoes used to go see, and they used to call him Vip. Hey Vip, how you doing, Vip? And I always used to laugh about it, like, God damn, that nigga took that VIP shit over there to another culture, and they use it as his first name, like Vip. Hey, how you doing? I'm calling for Vip. Hey, is Vip here? You know, like some crazy shit, man. You know what I mean? But that's way back in the day, back when you know, he used to have the little whole house shit going on. Hold on. You know, that was years ago, back when we was getting down, Jack. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's funny when I see Vip. Because I'm not thinking VIP like y'all, because I guess I'm thinking, you know, about him and where we come from. Vip was, you know what I mean? It was the name. It was the stamp, baby. That was his stamp on it. You did. You know, and yeah, we didn't have the same views on really nothing, but we both wanted to make it. You know what I mean? So that was a part of it. He said, I'm accustomed to having my own back against the wall. I mean, man, let me say this. Being black, you being a black man, you're gonna have to fight for what you want in life. You're gonna have to fight, scrape, scratch, claw, kill for any and all that you want in life, man. You know what I mean? Javon, you on here? Okay, hold on. I'm gonna let you ask your questions in a minute. Yeah, you gotta fight to have what it is that you want. But let me give you the flip side to that. I'm almost 40 today, right? Well, life ain't always gotta be. You gonna have to fight to get what you want, but life ain't gotta be a fight. You can get proper bitches that don't make you fight. You can get around proper niggas that ain't trying to, you know what I mean? Like, ain't trying to take from you. Now it's gonna be a fight because it's a man's world. It's a dog eat dog world. So it's like in the ghetto, we think that there's $1,000,000 dropped down out of plane from these good white people that love us, right? And we all fight over it. We fight over that same million, not knowing that there's billions out here. Billions. This is just the first million that dropped here. You know what I mean? If you can't give a 10,000 of it, that's cool. Go put that 10,000 where you can go turn that into 1,000,000. You know what I mean? So, that's the shit that you have to keep in mind. That, you know what I mean? There is so much, there's so much abundance out here, bro. There's so many good bitches out here. We just bump into the bad bitches first. We bump into the ones that are negative first. We bump into the ones that are liars, cheaters, and shit first. But it's the same way with bitches, right? We flip that coin to the other side, right? It's so many good niggas out here. There are, nigga. I mean, you know what I mean? If y'all are here, it's because y'all want to be righteous. Y'all want to be the honorable, whoever the fuck it is that you are. You want to all be playing this game the right way, right? And then there's a couple bad seeds that come in here, and normally we find out we kick them out early. But The bitch ran through so many tough luck niggas before you. She ran through so many, you dig. She ran through so many schemers, scammers, cheaters, liars, busters, bootsy ass niggas, fake niggas, snitches, pedophiles, scary niggas, lazy niggas. She ran through so many different types of niggas before she got to you that's why she's thinking that you are a certain way also. So don't let the world make you jaded to think that there is only a certain caliber of nigga out here that you can't fuck with your own people. Because that's what I thought. Because I wasn't raised with black history. I was raised with Detroit history, nigga. Meaning, man, you be ready to kill a nigga, period. Nigga, you know what I mean? That was it. That's Dexter history right there, nigga, is you got to fight for what you want and be ready to kill a nigga because you got to make an example. So you had to look to make an example somewhere. You know what I mean? But when you get out into the world and you start getting older, man, if y'all are blessed enough to get older, you start seeing, man, it ain't all bad out here. Nigga, you still got to fight for what you want. You still got to hold it down. But there's some silver lining, nigga, in every fight. Even the ones you lose, there is some type of something out of it that you get. Like, okay, I know not to do it this way no more. I went broke. What I learned from doing business with my man that just donated to 50, what I learned when I first started was I was lazy. That's what I learned about myself. You know what I'm saying? I was putting my bread down, so I was courageous. I had balls. I would put my bread into something that we believed in. But I didn't believe in it so much that I wanted to stop pimping to do anything other than pimp. So, you know what I mean? So I was lazy when it came to starting a business. You know what I'm saying? I also realized that I was too trusting when it came to men. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't expect niggas to get over on me because I was preparing for the bitch. I was trying to be about this pimping. Now, if I seen it like in a Detroit fashion, like, a nigga just, yeah, man, run that. You don't have to run that chain, guy. Then instantly you can get down. But when you see it in a smooth fashion, I was riding with a bunch of niggas in the back of you know what I'm saying, an expedition. I won't say our car, but it was his car. Remember I told y'all niggas in my life story, I came with the money for the business and he came with the car that we fixed up. And we fixed up to put the TVs in the bitch and we riding around. And some kind of way, I lost everything and I ended up going back to the streets. And because, I was always trying to be smarter than I was, so I would always quit. I would quit the streets, nigga. When I would get my money together, I'd be like, okay, we legit. I'm still gonna have hella bitches, but we're gonna do something legit. The same way I am today. It just took me 21 years to get here. But I would constantly be like, all right, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm through with that bullshit. Me and my bitch is gonna do something legit. We gonna do something for real. You know what I mean? Something that's gonna last. And I would run out of dough. And matter of fact, I remember when dude first knew I was pimping, cause I didn't never tell him. I just told him I was a street guy, and I told him I was a gangbanger. That's what I did. I do know I told him. He said, I feel like I'm where you used to be. You all are where I used to be, cuz all of us black men, most of us have the same beginnings. Most of us have the same beginnings, dude. You know what I mean? So that's why I love helping y'all niggas, because it's like I'm helping a young me. But I expect y'all niggas. You know what I mean? I expect y'all to buy the motherfucking drinks, you know what I'm saying? Because they so motherfucking cheap, you cheap bastards. But I expect y'all to be around, to be living, to be having it in a good way, in a big way, so much so that y'all can help my son. I don't want y'all niggas around my daughter, but I want y'all to be able to help my son, though. Just in case I'm not here. When you black, you gotta. Jay-Z said something on the line once when I was young. I listened to it. He said, man, I guess like life is so harsh that we're making our wheels at 18. And back then, I was a young nigga when I heard it, so I thought he was talking about car. He talking about writing a wheel, my nigga. Being black, you write your wheel way earlier than the other races think that they should. You know what I'm saying? The other races might write their wheel at like 60, 65, 70. On the deathbed, they writing a wheel. When we young, I remember thinking about what I wanted my life to mean when I was 13. You know what I mean? I remember thinking about how I wanted my kids to be when I was 14. And then when I had kids at 26, I was like, okay, so if anything happened to me, bro, you got to do this. Every year I talk to my brothers about that. You know what I mean? So, we've been preparing for death for a long time. You know what I mean? Hey, talk about it, P. You know what I mean? Detroit 7 Mile, heck down, no doubt, baby. My Detroit people out here. So, yeah, man, I mean, life was so rough that we was thinking about how we wanted to be remembered and what we wanted for our kids years ago. This is the best will that I'm ever have. This is the best will and testament that I'm ever have for my kids, is to plant enough seeds in y'all that if y'all grow up to be somebody, and some of y'all are gonna love this game, that y'all are gonna do for my kids what I'm attempting to do for y'all, or not even just what I'm attempting, but what I am doing for y'all. It's better than college. You know what I mean? Buying the drinks is far more affordable than college and any seminar. Yeah. The seminars, the same seminars I teach, some of the similar shit, I charge $1,000 a seat for a 3-day weekend. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. How to really always make this live make sense. So I don't know how long I'm gonna be doing it, but today I'm wanting to give something that like I said, that's gonna not just enrich the inside of y'all, but make y'all rich on the outside, baby, so y'all can go out and count cash, because I might need y'all to look out for my youngin. You know what I mean? That's why I won't be mad if you stop the live. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, you can't be mad because I drop so much and then I jump off. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely start tapering down. You remember when I first got on these lives, I was so excited. They was 4 and 5 hours. If y'all look back a month, 2 months ago, they was 5 hours and shit. I ain't got nowhere to be. I ain't got no job. I don't work for nobody. You know what I mean? But I still gotta make sure that I'm successful enough. Hold on for a minute. Hold on. Somebody had asked a question a while back that I wanted to get to. Hold on for a quick minute. Hold on, Javon. I know I got you, but let's see. Okay. About to be headed. Okay, I have no question. About to be headed to my future, just like you, Jack. No doubt, no doubt. Being able to congratulate someone in their accomplishments is a sign of a great man. No doubt, no doubt. You know what I mean? All right, let's see. Wish I can be upfront that way. You can be upfront that way, my brother. You just got to free yourself from what bitches are going to say about you. This is the thing also. If you are really about this life, man, one bitch or one little nigga can't say that you ain't about this life because they heard a text that you sent and it don't sound like that's. These niggas don't know pimping if they ran into a full-on crash with a pimp. BAM! They wouldn't know nothing about no pimping, man. Because it's not their regular life and destiny. They're doing somebody else's destiny. When you see niggas get locked up for something and all that, that's because they're living somebody else's destiny. They were supposed to be doing something else. Not saying that the wars don't come with when you are living your own destiny. I'm not saying that, because enough wars come with when you live in yourself, inside of yourself. But by and large, for the most part, it's a million niggas trying to go pimping every year. And, I've said this before. There are 4 greats every generation. Every year there are 4 greats out of those million niggas. And there are about, somewhere between 18 and 28 niggas that know how it go. The rest of the niggas shouldn't be there. They should be doing something else. But in their mind, they should be a pimp nigga. Now, who dictates who should be there and who shouldn't? I mean, I guess by and large the bitch do, because she pay you or she don't. But it's more important than just this bitch and her trap. So I think you and God worked that out, whether you are meant to be there or not. I don't know that God designed me just to be a pimp nigga and this and that. I think he designed me for something much greater than that, but that was my journey to get there. Some niggas' journey to get where they got to in life was they had to go through wars, they had to go join the army, be a paratrooper, get in the shootouts, get kidnapped, be a prisoner of war, all the kind of shit, and then they come home and then they start this company. Technological advancements are crazy, and and they become this billionaire and they helping starving kids in Africa. Like you never know. That sounds like an X-Men story or some motherfucking shit. But the point is, you have to find yourself. That's important, man. You have to find yourself, and not in shit that just sound cool. Because like I said, before I got pimping, I thought I was gonna be a drug dealer. I did, but I never dealt drugs in my life ever. But I thought that, being from Detroit, I mean, like, there wasn't a gang of pimp niggas that I was seeing in my age group. And when I was in the 80s, when I was coming up, and in the 90s, when I was starting to notice things, because in the 80s, I was just looking. I was a quiet young kid, just looking. You know what I mean? But in the 90s, I started trying to get my feet wet. You know what I mean? And, you know, nigga, I mean, I'm just saying, you say God takes some people through some shit so he can use them to help others. Yeah. I think that, yeah, God do take you through shit, but you got to know what shit is right for you to go through. Not everything is right for you to go through. Not everything is right for me to go through. You know what I mean? That's a hard thing, though, Anthony Mack, is knowing thyself. Knowing thyself is a hard thing because we are a disenfranchised people. So we don't even know where we came from. So we don't know, our parents don't know themselves. Our grandparents don't know themselves. So it's hard to know what all you are capable of. You know what I'm saying? You know, me and Killer was talking about this last year, I believe it was. Maybe it was 2 years ago. But we were saying, you know, that everybody needs to look up their history of this and that and this. And I remember me and Killer was the only niggas in the group that stuttered. I think this is at one of my live seminars. Somebody was saying that they found out their history. Somebody great was in their family, and that's probably why they are great at this or whatever the fuck it was. And that sounded dope. But me and Killer froze up. And I was like, well, I like the history of my family being, you know what I'm saying, drug dealers on the block and owning the whole block and everything. I don't want to look for nothing deeper than that because I don't know what could be there. You know what I mean? It could be something that throw my life off. You know what I'm saying? You know, so you know what I mean? You do want to know your history, man, but at the same time, you want to create your future. You want to create your future. You say you saw your granddad in the dream the other day. Yeah. I ain't never had that good. I remember when my granddad went to prison. He went for like 20 years. I remember I seen him in a dream, but it was like a scary movie. You know what I mean? You know. But yeah, I ain't never seen him. You know what I mean? The positive thing. My thing was to make it past in this life. And the only reason that pimping end up being, I guess I got a shave or something, man. I keep feeling hair on my lip, nigga. The only reason that I think your granddad told you done well, man, that's scary, baby. That's scary. If your granddad is telling you did well and you ain't really accomplished what you want to accomplish yet, that's, you know what I mean. Yeah. That's my point. But he might see you. You know, we don't know what all you've been through, so he might just, you know what I mean, be giving you credit for what you've been through. But the point is, you have to keep telling yourself, I ain't done shit yet. But in a big way, telling yourself I ain't done shit yet. Like my homie met me, I had a bankroll put up, and it wasn't because I was, yeah, from a rich family. Like he told me, he said, "Nigga, you was so carefree with money. I thought you came from a rich family." No, nigga, my family was poor. Nigga, they was taking penitentiary chances to do whatever they was doing. But I wanted to be something great amongst the great people in my family. I didn't want to be compared to the niggas that weren't great in my family. I wanted to be something great. Hold on for a minute. Javon, you can ask your question too, bro, because I might, you know, forget about it and jump off this motherfucker before I even get to your question, homie. Hold on for a minute. Let me give me some water and everything before I get into that. Hold on. Okay. What gets a bitch's heart? I guess, you know, it depends on the caliber of bitch, but at some level or another, it's the same thing with every bitch, but the percentages. Okay, let me explain that. If you're talking to a hoe and I say words, the amount of words that will get to a bitch's heart is a hoe is probably 10%. Because she already done heard it all. Especially if she been around niggas that was talking for a living. You know what I mean? She done heard it all. You know what I mean? So you can't speak your way into her heart. You can say a couple things, but the chances of her thinking you are a sucker or, you know what I'm saying, maybe a trick is very high. So she might try to play on you. You know what I mean? But, you know what I mean? Words get to a bitch's heart. You know what? You know to help you with this question. that Christian book, The Five Love Languages. That's one of my favorite books. You know, when dealing with a bitch, when just knowing how to show love and shit. I didn't know that there were a bunch of different ways people show love. I just knew who I was and how I did things. I didn't even know if they were yeah, the Five Love Languages book. I didn't even know if it was the right way because I had bitches complaining. They, like, Daddy, you don't never do this. You don't never. Matter of fact, I give you an example. I had a hoe of mine that was a down hoe, the best hoe I had at this time. And she was like, well, you don't never buy me nothing. I'm paying you and, all this shit. But I mean, I'm wearing the same shit. I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But I realized that bitch's love language was one of gift giving. I can tell you, I done had that bitch 20 years. I ain't never really got into gift giving like that. You know what I mean? Because that's not even how I show love. So that book, you know what I'm saying? And it's a Christian book. It's not a pimp book. But it shows you the different ways that people show love and that people receive and understand that they are receiving love. Okay? So some people give words of encouragement, like words of love. You know what I mean? Some people give quality time. That's how they show love. Some people got to have physical touch. So they, you know what I mean? They got to constantly be trying to hug on you. You know what I mean? Move the hair out of the bitch's face and all that kind of shit. They might even be a pervert and they got to rub that ass or something. And some bitches got to have a booty rub to feel love. That's, you know what I mean? I don't know, man, but I think if I walk by all my bitches all day and I got 13 bitches and ain't nobody tried to reach out and grab my dick, I think that maybe I'm losing my shit. You know what I mean? Ain't no time, because I guess I've been, conditioned in this life that every bitch is wanting me and they telling me they want me. If not, then I think they blowing. You know what I mean? So they 1 foot out the door. So another way of acts of service is a way of showing love. Okay? And some bitches got to understand that. Because I don't fix shit. So, matter of fact, my brother is a nigga that be fixing some shit. My brother that's on here. You know what I mean? I don't know what all he can fix. I don't know what all he's good at fixing, but I know he got a lot of bitches by pulling over and trying to change a bitch tire. And you know what I mean? And he come up with that bitch. And you'll see 2 years later, he still got that bitch. But he would rush out. And I remember, I couldn't stand riding with him because he would stop and, he would spend all day with one bitch. And I would always be like, man, I got bitches to get back to. Baby, I'm going to blow my thing. But that's how he came up with bitches, through acts of service. He also came up with different business partnerships through helping people move and helping people do different things. That's just the Southern nigga's way to do some shit. He from the South, so that must be a Southern hospitality kind of way of promoting yourself as a good person. You know what I mean? I don't understand it because, I'm from Detroit, so I don't get it. You know what I mean? So I never, did that, but I noticed that value when I seen it in the book. That nigga's the first thing I thought of. Oh, that's how he be getting the bitch. But then you got another a way of showing love in there, which is gift giving. And that's how the trick most of the time be showing the bitch some appreciation. You know what I mean? That's where the Amazon wish lists and all that kind of shit come from. You know what I mean? Because some people gotta get gave something. I spend my life pimping. If a bitch didn't give me nothing, I didn't think that she loved me. You did? Yeah, nah, I give a fuck if she loved me or not. But bitch, what they say, you know what I'm saying, brother Tay? She might hate me, but she in love with my pimping. Gave her boots and the suits. You know what I mean? Man, come on, man. Bitch had to give me something, man. It's still that way today. I don't even need nothing, but if a bitch don't try to give me nothing, I think that bitch is kind to me because they gonna need something from me. Even if it don't cost money, if they need some dick, bitch, you trying to get some dick and you ain't did this, you ain't did that. So, that's all a part of the whole process. You know what I mean? Bitch, what have you... Matter of fact, not only that, but I even like acts of service when a bitch is trying to fix me something to eat. I'm talking about, man, I got one of my bitches can't really even cook. You know what I mean? But... I like each bitch to show up. If you're going to see me in the morning, bitch, have me 8 eggs. I like to eat 8 eggs every morning. I like 4 scrambled, 4 sunny side up. I like some little toast, but I like it toasted on one side of the bread. So you put the 2 pieces of bread on one side of the toaster, 2 pieces on the other side of the toaster, and you dribble a little syrup. Just 1 line of syrup, 2 lines of syrup on each piece of bread. You know what I mean? So, just a bitch remembering that. I don't want no cheese in my eggs. I'm lactose intolerant. Just a bitch remembering that is sexy to me. You know what I mean? A bitch telling me the positive shit. Because you got to remember, I motivate people all day. So a bitch coming through trying to motivate me on a day that I'm like, work is tough. You know what I mean? That's valuable to me. I'd be like, oh. But if a bitch is only motivating me, I feel played. Bitch, you ain't gave me nothing. Don't give me another kind word, bitch. Give me a kind motherfucking president, bitch. You know what I mean? So, that's a part of it. So, all of those things get to a bitch's heart. But let's go a step past that. Let's talk about creating memories. Creating memories. Bitches they might hate a nigga, but they will call that same nigga and be like, remember when we was, yeah, I was just thinking about that. Because I get several of my hoes and they was like, remember when we was in California and I remember that, So they all want to, relive that memory and what they would do a lot of times, a lot of people in general, what they would do to be able to go back to that time. This is why pictures are so sexy. You know what I mean? Pictures help you get to a bitch's heart. Videos help you get to a bitch's heart because you are capturing that moment in time. There's so many bitches that you see pictures they put up on Instagram, maybe 10 years old and shit. They be like, I was so happy right there. You know what I mean? I had another bitch that, she had pictures and she was like, damn, like we had just gotten the game, all us young hoes, we thought we was gonna make $1 million in the game. And the bitch was like, I still think because she thought about what she was saying because I was the new pig. She was like, back then, I just thought we was gonna make $1 million in the game back then. And I'm looking like, bitch, you don't think you gonna make it now? This is the fuck you come to me for? To have slow motion days and shit, bitch. Motion sickness, ho, you gotta get moving. So the bitch was like, no, I still think I can make $1 million a day, but not, bitch was like 28. She was like, not the way I believed it back then, though. Back then, because she, one of them San Diego hoes, so she turned out right on the bully on El Cajon Boulevard. And I guess, you know what I mean? And it's a lot of hoes I hear about that from in LA too. You know what I mean? They turned out right on Sepulveda or Fig, and you know what I mean? And it's so exciting when you first get into life. And then after a few years, you realize you just paying bills, especially if you start having shit. I remember complaining about mortgages, man. I was like 20 years old, and I was like, man, fuck, you know what I mean? I got like 3 car notes. I got, house note and everything. And I want to go to seminars. But even the seminars wasn't paying like overnight. Like you would go, but you didn't make your money right back. No doubt I appreciate it, Mr. Norm. You did. My family from Chicago, so, and if y'all niggas give me any problem, Mr. Norm is on y'all hat, nigga, like, he on y'all head like a hat, yes, that be, so I appreciate brothers that move like me, like I move about them, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? The brother Gary grew up with me, man. So, it's a thing, man, that, goddamn, I lost my fucking train of thought, bro. What was I talking about, man? Where was we just at? I know I was talking about LA, San Diego, being young in the game. Oh yeah, bills, that's what it is. And I remember talking to my fat partner, the nigga who, as far as I knew, was the richest nigga that was on this track. And he's a big old fat nigga, and he had this big ass motherfucking mink coat, like Chewbacca. It was like a huge, because he was a huge nigga. So, he had this big old mink coat on. I was like, man, how are these goddamn bills, man? How you handling all this shit and this and that? And he looked at me like, nigga, having shit is about spending money on it. Nigga, that just come with it, nigga. You can't. And he played it so cool, and I didn't really like his answer. But the more I thought about it, I was like, damn, that nigga's right. Then some years later, I heard from my, who is this hoe? Hold on for a minute, Jack. Oh, nah, you ain't spamming me today, bitch. Forget about it. Anyway, man, so some years later, my second mentor told me it costs money to pimp. I never heard that before, you know what I mean? But it went with some of my prior knowledge that I got from my fat partner. It costs money to pimp, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, you can't do this shit without, you know what I mean, it costing money. Not at a high level. You can do it on the low and come in and just, what did my bitch say? One of my bitches was like, damn, daddy, I see how stupid that is now, but I guess in my mind, I thought it should be free to go out and go do your thing. And I was like, yeah, bitch, that's why you have to go through so much struggle when you're trying to do it free. The more money that you put into your business, the less struggle it is. Like the less struggle of competition. It's competition at every level. But the struggle to make like basic shit like mortgage money and shit, you know, that competition ain't there when you are investing a lot into your business. You know what I'm saying? If you want to make $15,000 a month, you know what I'm saying, and you invest $15,000 in your business and you got that money jumping back. You know what I mean? When you want to make $100,000 a month, you know what I'm saying, you put the $100,000 into your business. At least that's the way I've always thought about it. You know what I mean? You got to put that bread down. You know what I mean? You got to put your bread down. You know what I mean? Javon, did I get your question before I go to the brothers on here? Questions? You got some more, or you good for right now? Okay. Let me scroll through their questions. How important is timing when dealing with these square bitches? Timing is important in dealing with any bitch or any man in a business situation. Timing is very important, dude. Because the shit that I might let y'all niggas run on me today, 15 years ago, I would have killed about. You know what I mean? And well, I still kill about several things. But I'm saying, like me giving game out, 15 years ago, I wasn't. But the timing is right now. I understand the need for it in black culture, the need for giving out the real to stop your people from doing the fake or what we think is real. So the timing of everything is important. Timing is probably one of the most important factors in anything you want to do in life. It's one of the most important factors. You know what I'm saying? Timing is. So getting at a bitch, timing is very important. Now, how do you know when it's time for each thing or each move or whatever? You got to be in tune with the game, bro. You got to be in tune with the game. You got to be in tune with that type of bitch. You got to be in tune with that territory, like that area of town. That you got to be in tune with that particular. You got to be in tune with that particular demographic. You got to be in tune with a whole lot of shit. You know, you got to be in tune with a whole lot of shit. You know what I mean? In order for you to be able to catch her at the right time, at the exact time when she need to hear this and that, when she need to see this and that. You gotta be, you know what I mean, totally in tune with what she's going through to be able to spot her when she's going through and say, hey, I can help you with that. Come with me. You know what I mean? You know, that's the game is to know right when a person needs something or right when a person, you know, has something. And this is the game that people don't talk about, because most of the people that talk about pimping don't know nothing about pimping. They are fascinated fans of the game. So they talk about that in which they didn't live. They just talk about that in which they've heard about, and they love what they've heard. So they keep on spreading the gospel. It's like people that never met Jesus, right? They talk about Jesus. You know what I mean? And it's cool. They spread the game. So you hear about Christianity and you like, okay, that's dope. You know what I mean? But hearing from a nigga that get down, you know what I mean? Yo, P, lately I'm having damn near 10 interviews a week, but ain't nothing been sold, and I'm going hard to do I need to sweating up on a square in the beginning. That's another thing, like what I'm talking about with him, the timing of it all. In this part of life, man, bitches, they feel like they have all the cards in their hands because anybody is willing to accept their money nowadays. That's part of it. You know what I mean? That anybody's willing to accept their money, so they be like, oh, I got time. I can flirt with this nigga and still just think about it. I go home and think about it. You have to give them an offer that they cannot refuse. You got to offer them something that's too good to even think about. And then you got to let them know, you know what I'm saying, that bitch, this is a today only offer. No, this is a right now offer. Bitch, you know, when you get off the phone, that's it. I'm blocking you. You know what I mean? Or when you get out this car, that's it. I'm not fucking with you, period. I don't give a fuck if your mom's house just caught fire, bitch. You can't get in and fuck with me. You know, so, you know, you got to let it be known that, bitch, you know, this is it for us. This is the opportunity of a lifetime for you. If you don't see that, then, I mean, bust up. You know what I'm saying? Talk to somebody else. You know what I mean? So that's how that go. And I hope they picking up my fucking shit. They are not picking up my shit neither, dude. They are sweeping the fucking streets with all this noise, dude. I don't know who gonna pick up that fucking tree that fell in my yard, dude. It's fucking ridiculous, man. They say, carry that shit up to the street. I carry a whole fucking tree little piece by piece. I'm having to roll big ass trunks up to the fucking street. Them dickheads ain't came to pick the shit up yet. Anyway, but yeah, man. I mean, you gotta have a better closing technique. You gotta have things that make a bitch buy now. You know what I mean? You know, say nigga, you brought me back to life. Salute, Big Pimp, and the value of that insight is amazing, bro. No doubt, no doubt, no doubt, no doubt. And this is only because God is good, nigga. He give it to me so I can give it to y'all. Shit, you know, because a lot of times I don't write down what I'm gonna say before I do it. It's all freestyle, so that just is one of them things. Like Jay-Z say, man, when you get the right artist in the right studio with the right beat, you leave the door cracked and God come in and do the rest. You know what I mean? So, you know, yeah, man, I ain't even that smart, nigga. You know, I am a genius at this, but that's only because God worked through me in that fashion. I hope that I'm gonna be a genius long enough to change the culture of all the black men that come through this game. I can't change the culture of all the black men, period, because it's a lot of them that's gonna hate me. But you know, the people that come through this game, I hope that we are, that I'm here long enough to change what we think about this game. Hold on, there was another question up here. Let's see. Okay, maybe I thought it was a question up here. Maybe it's not. Okay, well shit. Let's get back down. Morningstar, you got something? Porsche Tony, my brother from the Bay. My other brother from the Bay, because I guess it's two of y'all niggas on here from the Bay. Any of y'all got something, niggas, I'm gonna jump on off with y'all as if y'all ain't got nothing. It's about how you carry yourself and how you dress, dude. Did you see that I sent you about 40 motherfucking profiles to look at today? Okay. Well, you need to. What do you do, man, when I send you this shit? What is it that you do? Because you don't ever ask me, man, what am I supposed to be getting from this? You don't never ask me a fucking question, bro. Is it just you just take it for granted that this nigga looking out for me right now? Because it's shit that you're supposed to learn from each one. It's shit you're supposed to add to your campaign, or it's some bitch that I think is your type of bitch that you should be sweating. And I don't even sweat the bitch a lot of times. Sometimes I do sweat the bitch, and I still pass her to you for you to sweat the bitch, just in case she's more like you than me. But for the most part, I'll be like, this is your bitch. And then sometimes I'll be like, man, these are the kind of tattoos you should be getting. And then sometimes it's like, man, this is how you need to be going with your brand. This nigga is believing in this witchcraft, and it's in a different kind of way. So I send you shit all the time that I come across that I see that fits what you should be going in the direction of. So if you want people to stop asking you if you're serious, you got to start looking like you're serious, feeling like you're serious, sounding like you're serious. You know what I mean? You got to start scaring people, turn them on or turn them off. You got to evoke emotion when they first see you, when they first hear you. You got to, what did I tell you, man? Your tattoos should be to where people don't stand close to you in line. When you're in line, they stand way behind, like 2 steps behind you. Because they don't want to brush up against your skin because they like, man, this nigga might put a curse on me. Just, you know what I mean? This nigga is into some other shit. Or, damn, I love magic. You love magic, brother? What's up, man? Can we hang out with you? Let me buy you a drink. You follow me? One or the other. Those are the 2 responses you should get. You know what I mean? Those are the 2 responses. My brother Gary will tell you, nigga, when we went out and I was going out, I would always meet this nigga at the strip club because that was his playhouse, and he would go to the strip joint and he would walk out of there with a bitch, and I would go up there to meet him. When niggas would see me and I was permed with the mink and I had 100,000 jury back then, man, you know what I mean? And actually he hooked me with the diamonds back then too. But when I would be out, niggas that liked the pimping and loved I looked just like a pimp nigga. So they would be like, oh man, it's my nigga. I had a nigga stop me in Atlantic City. I was on the track with a hoe. And, you know what I'm saying, going towards the Taj Mahal, but I stopped at the 7-Eleven. I want to say it's on Pacific, right? And this nigga stopped, and he had his son with him. And he picked his son up. He said, son, look at that man right there. And I thought it was about to be some drama because he just was another black man pointing me out. He was like, son, look at that man right there. I want to make sure you look at him. He said, son, that man is a pimp. I want you to be just like him when you get older. I was kind of taken aback. I was a little embarrassed that he did it like that. You know what I mean? Because I wouldn't have told my son, I want you to be like some pimp nigga, even if I would have seen the best nigga that I ever heard about pimping. But that was on him. That was his parent. And he was like, look, son, I don't want you to be just like that nigga. But that's the excitement that he had in seeing me pimping. He's seen me out. You know what I mean? White bitches hanging on my arms, black bitches hanging on my arm. You know what I mean? Like, I was really about it. Matter of fact, a bitch walked up to me that same trip in Atlantic City. And a bitch walked up to me and she was like, she came up and sat right down next to me, and she was like, I don't want to choose, but I just want to tell you, you looking good, you looking fly. And you know, back then I was a young pimp, so I didn't know how to for sure make sure I get this curious ass bitch, curious case of Benjamin Button ass bitch. So I was just like, okay, you know, thank you and this and that. She was like, you dress old school, you always been dressing like that, you know? And I was like, yeah, bitch, this is how I am. If I'm gonna be your man, this is how I'm gonna look every day. And she was like, damn, that's old school. Like, you know, my man ain't dressed like that, you know. I said, really? What does he dress like? She said, well, like everybody else, Jordans, and you know what I mean, he got a fade, and you know what I mean? Like, I told her, you ain't got no pimp, baby, you know what I mean? Because he's supposed to. She said, well, don't diss my man, I like him, but I just wanted to tell you look good. And she got on up and hauled ass because I had dissed her man. But the point is, I wanted to look and feel like a nigga that's been pimping, that's known for getting it out the cock. Everything smelled like pussy, but you know what I mean? Like, I was a certain caliber of nigga, man, and I wanted to be represented like that. See, when I was young, I can remember when I was in my early 20s and I didn't look like that. Although I had a perm. But I remember my cousins would come in town, my church cousin came in town one day and he said, man, what business are you doing now? Because I would always be putting my whole money into a business. I would always be trying to start something to where we didn't have to be down on the curb. But I loved being on the curb. But I didn't want to lose my life or lose their lives. You lose her life and the different bitches' lives, you know what I mean, being on the curb before I tried to get them an opportunity to do something that their family might appreciate. You follow me? To some type of way to make their children proud. I don't want them to die before making their children proud. Because, you know, bitches get killed out there. Niggas get killed out there. Niggas do 30 years nowadays. Nowadays, you know, it's crazy. You know what I mean? So, you know, I just remember, and when I first really got in the streets, they was giving niggas 30 years. So a lot of times I talk about human trafficking as if it's a crazy new thing. But actually, when I got in the streets in like 98, some shit like that, in 99, 2000, in the state of Georgia, they was already giving niggas 30 years. You know what I'm saying? It was older niggas that told me, man, you know what I'm saying, where you from, pimpin'? And I would say, oh, man, I'm from Detroit, but I just came through Atlanta, man. You know what I mean? I got a little house out there and this and that. Man, I never touch Atlanta, man, ever, man. It's pimpin' to never be in Atlanta because, you know, that was one of the first cities that was giving niggas that kind of time. You know what I mean? And then now it's a thing, 20 years later, the whole world is getting that kind of time. The whole world, every state has like adopted this thing where, you know, they hate us outright. So for me not to tell y'all that they hate y'all that's a fucking shame. For me to just lie to y'all like it's all good. I don't know how niggas could do that with a good heart, telling y'all, man, it's all good, get on that track. And you know what I mean? When I'm like, man, it's okay, hey, you a bunch of bitches, but get y'all shit legit. Because they already hate you. You don't need me to make them hate you more, to tell you do more street shit. That sound crazy. A nigga don't even love y'all if he doing it like that. You know what I'm saying? I love the younger generation, nigga. It don't bother me if one of y'all beat my records and I got two Porsches outside. It don't bother me that Tony got 4 Porsches. This is my little brother. I want him to have 50 Porsches. I want him to have 150 Porsches. Like, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I got, you know what I'm saying, say $20,000 in jewelry. So it don't bother me, nigga, that, you know what I mean, Tony might get a $20,000 chain by itself, just the one chain. I gotta be happy. Man, I love watching y'all niggas ball because it makes me get back up off my ass and get back busy. So, you know, you gotta love the next generation, man. You gotta love your people. And that's the answer to that Morning Star. You gotta love yourself enough not to let your community down. You are from the voodoo and the magic community. God damn it, look like it. Because you are embarrassing every nigga that was about the voodoo that came before you if you don't look like it. If you don't sound like it. You know what I mean? You know, they got in this magic book, and you got to remember, I don't know shit about magic, but they got in this book, I don't even want to tell you niggas a lie. Hold on. It's funny because I just seen this book and oh shit. I forgot. That's one of my little porn star bitches. Her little posters up there that I had in, I guess, in a copy of one of these books. Hold on. Let's see. Hold on, because I don't want to tell no lie. Hold on, Jack. I don't know, man, but it's a part in one of these motherfuckers, man, where this nigga is saying, he was saying that he said the kookier that you make this shit sound, when he was pronouncing the word, I guess he was invoking a spirit or this and that, and he was like, oh, you know, and I was like, well, that sound goofy. I ain't gonna do that. But I'm not a believer like that. You know what I mean? You are being a believer like that. You have to do all the shit that go with it. You know what I mean? Because some of the shit like the big hats with the feathers and the stacked shoes and the gators and the gold everywhere, nigga. You know what I mean? All that shit go with the pimp. And I couldn't be like, I ain't gonna look like that though. And be with the pimping, nigga. You'll see hats. You see, if you look up enough old pictures of mine, you'll see big hats with the feathers in it, nigga. Everything that went with this pimping, nigga, I was with it. And I'm still with it. You know what I mean? You know, you seen I was a little light-skinned nigga with a big suit. I didn't even know how to motherfucking go get my suit styled and profiled, nigga, until somebody showed me. You know what I mean? Like everything that's with the shit. I'm gonna call this little funky ass bitch today. She almost won an award last year too with her motherfucking punk ass. I wouldn't even thought about this bitch if her pictures ain't fall out of my motherfucking shit. The fine little bitch. Why she pushed these pictures on me anyway? Fuck, I need pictures for. But I guess she was signing them for people and shit. And she was just like, Daddy, take some of these, you know. But anyway, you know, that's you know, you have to believe in it in a manner that everybody can tell that you believe in it. When you believe in it just a little bit, that's why I don't let niggas on here without profile pics. That's why most of these, it's 29 niggas on here, and it's probably only 10 niggas that commented something that got profile pics, because the other 20 of these motherfucking punk ass niggas ain't got profile pics, so they don't want to let you see their face. See that they ain't got a profile pic, because, you know, I'm going to kick them out. You know what I mean? Matter of fact, is anybody ain't got a profile pic on here? It look like everybody got a profile pic, but I can't really see everything. Yeah, it look like every nigga got a profile pic. Yeah, see, these niggas fuck with me, and I fuck with them. You know what I mean? We all got profile pics. We all proud to be about this shit. You know what I mean? You know, top of the morning to you, baby. We all, you know what I mean, are no doubt, salute to you too. You dig? We all, you know, believe in one thing. And you can tell, we want to be known for believing in that one thing. We believe in a certain lifestyle, and we not on this page out of Newark, huh? I got family up in Newark. We not, when my family came from Georgia, they went to New York, New Jersey, and they went to Detroit, nigga, you know what I mean, years ago. And that's, you know what I mean, how we got there. I guess they came from like slavery times, you know what I mean? They went to New York, Jersey, and Detroit, because I guess that was where the jobs were at. So I got cousins in Harlem, I got cousins in Newark, and I got, you know what I mean, cousins and everybody in Detroit, you know what I mean? So anyway, you know, but that's the game, you know what I mean? You know, you have to really believe in this shit. And on this channel, we ain't teaching a whole bunch of street shit, so don't be confused, nigga, that you gotta be learning street shit to be learning about the pimping. That's just where it started at. That ain't where it gotta end at. You know what I mean? Your game ain't gotta end, you know what I'm saying, on the streets for you to keep it real with this pimping. Nigga, keeping it real with this pimping is making the niggas that came before us proud. At one point in time, all we had was the corners. Then some kind of way they let us work up in hotels, and we was able to get down. You know what I mean? Okay, no doubt, man. You know what I mean? And much love to Bud. You know, at one point in time, some kind of way we got up in the hotels and shit, and they let a bitch work the hotels. Then at some point in time, they started letting hoes dance up in the strip clubs. You know what I mean? And at some point in time, they started letting bitches do porn. And you know what I mean? At some point in time, they started letting our bitches be in movies and be models and all kind of shit. And you know what I'm saying? At some point in time, they started letting our bitches be singers and shit. You know what I mean? A pimp's bitch could do whatever the fuck he wanted her to do once he grows to see past what is blocking him and keeping him in the ghetto, what's trapping him there. Okay? Now, you're going to have a lot of niggas. Remember I said most of the niggas ain't really pimping. They wouldn't know pimping if it ran right into them in a head-on collision. So, you know, most people are going to disagree with whatever you believe. What Pac say, niggas going to hate you for whatever you do. You know what I mean? You know, most people are going to, they gon' knock you. They gon' like, not knock you for a bitch. They gon' knock you in a way that they should knock it off, like my niggas be saying, knock it off, nigga. They gonna knock you in a way that they gonna talk shit about whatever you believe in. They gonna talk shit about whatever you and a bitch are going to accomplish. Don't trip on them. Just keep accomplishing. You know what I mean? Just keep accomplishing, man. You know what I mean? You think you met me before Hunts Point? Yeah, I was sitting bitches down everywhere, baby. You know. Yeah, man. I mean, you know, you have to really believe in where you gonna take this life and know that it's the right thing for you. I don't even have that question no more. I guess I'm at a good place in my life where I can just be honest about everything. I don't even have that question. With the wedge, no, baby, when I was in New York, I didn't have the wedge, baby. I had perm when I was in New York, Jack. Oh, strip club. Okay, I don't know that joint. I wasn't really a strip club nigga. My homie that's on here, they dropped the 50 on here earlier. That was one of the only niggas I would go to strip clubs because that was just a nigga I grew up with and I would meet him over there. You know what I mean? But I wasn't really the strip club kind of nigga. Now, when you say Hunts Point and all that and you talking about a track, shit, baby, you know what I mean? I done been on there, I'm saying every track, what's the best way of pulling a bitch out of strip club? You gotta ask the homie that's on there, cause I mean he move a lot faster than me in that strip joint. You know what I mean? Gary, man, what if you had to pull a bitch out the strip club overnight? You know what I mean? What's the way, baby? That nigga probably went back to work, man. You know what I mean? You know, it's all us sharp niggas, we want to be doing legitimate shit. You know what I mean? So, you know, that nigga probably ain't still on here no more. But yeah, that nigga, I had him speak at a class that I was having one day about the strip club. I had the best two niggas that I know working inside a strip club speak on the joint. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, he be getting bitches out the strip joint, man. I watched that nigga. That nigga used to take a limo to the strip joint. You know what I mean? Look, that nigga think I just be leaning on him in a negative manner. I lean on him in a negative and positive manner, nigga. I lean on everybody in a negative manner and a positive manner. I tell the whole truth about me and you and everybody. Go ahead. That nigga Porsche Tony say he gotta let it be known that nigga's a genius when it comes to that strip club. He took Porsche Tony out to the strip club yesterday. So, you know what I mean? You know, Tony wet his beak. They went out to the strip club and, you know, he just moved so motherfucking fast in the joint. You know what I mean? And Tony had hit me like, hey, baby, that nigga's on the way out the door. You know what I mean? He said, if the money don't smell like fish, you don't want it, huh? Yeah, that was the term back in the day. We used to, you know what I mean, be like, hey, man, you know what I mean? He got to smell like pussy. He got to feel like that this was a pimp's bitch that gave him the dough. You know what I mean? I ain't want you to give me no money that smelled like crack rock, like I sell that shit. You know what I mean? I wanted it to smell like pussy. But, you know, today I don't even talk like that no more, nigga, because I guess I've been out of the streets a whole decade, man. Most people don't know that, though, because I guess most of the people that knew me from the streets, I guess in their mind, they can't imagine me doing nothing else. You know what I mean? Like when I got the Mac of the Year trophy, a lot of niggas, the older gentlemen that I had heard of for years and everything that was giving me the props, they was talking to me like I was in the streets, like I was going to be on the track that night. And I was like, man, I have a flight to catch. You know what I mean? But I appreciated it, you know what I mean? Just how warm they were to me because, you know, I looked up to these niggas all my life. You know what I mean? So, you know, I appreciated that. You know what I mean? But, you know, nah, man, my game, you know, had passed that point of being on the track. And not saying that nothing's wrong with the track. I love the track. Even after all the shit that I've been through in my life and all the levels that I took the game to, I still probably miss the track most. I don't miss going into hotels and shit, you know what I mean? And seeing a bitch at the bar and sweating a bit. You know, that was a little too, you know what I mean? The casinos was okay because you could get down on a bitch's heels, but the track was just no holds barred, baby. The track was just it. You know what I mean? So yeah, you know what I mean. You can't live in motels all your life. I respect the transition. Yeah, I mean, well, I lived in hotels, nigga. Yeah, but I had houses though too since I was 19. I mean, I bought my first house at 19. I bought three houses at 19. I lost all of them and bought another house at 20. So I've been buying real estate a long time. I own 30 houses now, homie. So, you know what I mean? I ain't had to live in a hotel. Like, even back when I was young, I didn't have to live in a hotel. But I was going from town to town so often that it did feel like I was living in hotels and shit. You know what I mean? But I guess I loved it. I loved every bit of that. Like, I left a 4-bedroom house in Atlanta when I went out to California, and I was like in hotel and hotel and hotel. You know what I mean? Because I loved it. You know what I mean? You know, y'all gotta make sure I remember to watch this Star Gallardo nigga. Because I don't know if you're trying to drop a lug on me, nigga. Because I love the game so much that, I'm kind of honest about everything with me. I don't put on no airs or no fronting, nigga. You know what I mean? Like, I really was pimping at any and every motherfucking hotel on any and every track, and you know what I mean? Just any, nigga, I was just a nigga that really lived off the game. I didn't have a part-time job, no nothing. You know what I mean? But I'm encouraging y'all to be smarter than I was, though. Not that nothing is wrong with when I was pimping in the streets, but the just the fact that, you know what I mean, I don't want y'all niggas to lose y'all life trying to do something that is almost impossible to do the way that we did it. You know what I mean? And not just because of the laws, but also, I mean, the laws did change, but also the game is changing in the fact that opportunity is there for y'all to do something big and bold and legit. So, you know what I mean? Y'all don't have to, you know what I mean, talk some of that shit that I used to talk, man. I remember my brother, you know what I mean, Gary used to be trying to drop game on me about being legit. And I used to be like, man, go on with that Christian shit, because I was too young and ignorant to really want to embrace anything else. You know what I mean? I'm a big old squirrel. I'm just a huge fan of life. Okay, well, don't joke with me too tough on the life, nigga, because I take it personal, nigga. You said in and out of hotels, I almost took it personal, nigga. You know what I'm saying? If you didn't say nothing extra, I was going to, you know what I mean, block you off. They're like, oh, I don't know that now. I don't know where you're coming from, because I want to know that you love the game like I love the game. So, meaning, everything that a nigga go through in this game, good and bad, it's all a part of the game. It's all a part of the growth process. It's all a part of the procedure. It's all a part of the thing that a man must go through in this life. You know what I mean? So if you're on the outside looking in and you joke about something that, you know what I mean, we kind of go through in life, because there's a lot of niggas that's stuck in hotel rooms. I was blessed enough to not be, but I can't laugh at the niggas that are. I mean, sometimes I can probably be cruel and laugh at that, but for the most part, I understand what they're going through. You know what I mean? I was just telling a hoe of mine just the other day, a bitch of mine, for the feds just listening to everything. The track just moved from the app to the Instagram. No, it ain't. No, it ain't. It's just bitches trying to turn that into something similar. You know what I mean? The track is wherever men are at. You know what I mean? For good hoes, it's wherever men are breathing. They got a dick? Yeah, you should be over there, bitch. Go get some money, because you want to use that dick today. You know what I mean? You don't think the game ever changed. Well, see, you ain't been in it, bro, so you don't know. I'm giving you the game right now. The game is changed in the fact that we have more opportunity and we have more risk because we have more opportunity. So you got more to risk. When you only had the track, like say when black men only had a certain way to go about something, right? When black men only had a certain way to go about something, you know what I mean? That's why I love my brothers too, because even if I'm not feeling a certain way, I know they kind of, police the room themselves, man. So I love my brothers, man, because, they love me the way I love them. So we always watching each other back on that. But at a certain time, black men had to get down in this fashion. There was no Instagram where you and a bitch might be able to get rich and sell books and shit like that. You and the bitch just happen to know how to cook, and y'all sell a cookbook cooking show right on Instagram or YouTube or some motherfucking shit. And so when a nigga take that bitch after the cooking show and be like, yeah, bitch, get down on that blade and handle my business so we can afford the steaks to cook tomorrow, bitch, because we need them seasoning, bitch, and we need to fly that crawfish in, or we need to fly that whatever, whatever it is, you know what I mean? No doubt, bro. You know what I'm saying? We need to to fly the crab legs in, or whatever it is, you know what I mean? Bitch, that got to be paid for, ho, you know what I mean? All this shit got to be paid for, ho, you know what I mean? And and it ain't coming out of my pocket, bitch, you know what I mean? This your cooking show, bitch, we gonna, so it sounds goofy when that, when that cooking show is starting to take off. It sounds goofy for him to still take them chances, right? And that's just one example from using YouTube or something, right? You know what I'm saying? I got a brother on here that can cook. And I told him the same thing, man. Shit, don't waste your time and all that. Don't waste your time trying to do no street shit and blow your gift, because a lot of times also, man, God present us with our gift, and we shun it. We throw it to the side in search of this quick money, and ain't nothing wrong with it, because I'm still a get rich quick type of guy. I still want to get mine early. You know what I mean? So ain't nothing wrong with that. It's just I want my brothers to think in a long-term fashion. Get the money quick, but get it quick and legit. So that just, all it takes is a couple extra steps. It ain't, you know what I mean? It ain't no whole bunch of shit that's extra that got to be done. It's just a couple extra steps. You know what I mean? Like, okay, you know what I mean? You want to work a bar and stop being put out the bar. Okay, bitch, go get this bartender's license. Oh, you know what I mean? You want to be able to work that club instead of being put out that club, you know what I mean? Trying to catch it. Because you send a hoe into a strip club, they kick that hoe out just like they do a P. Because that bitch is sweating the tricks just like the P go in and sweat the motherfucking dancers, right? So if you want the bitch not to be put out, what's the common sense thing to do? Put that bitch on a pole, right? Bitch, go in there, get a job. Now you can sweat these tricks, all you want. You know what I mean? Now, is stripping better than hoeing on the track? No, but one is legit and one is not. You know what I mean? So, it's just, we got to go back to thinking about survival. You know what I mean? What's going to make it to where you can raise your kids, black man? You know what I mean? Is sounding cool and some niggas saying that it ain't real if it ain't on the track and all that. I can say that shit because I grew up on the track. But why would I say it and hurt my people? That sounds silly. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, I mean, that's how that go, man. I mean, that's what I'm about, man. I'm about whatever is going to assist us taking this game to the next level. I don't need to tell y'all some more shit that's going to hold us back as a people, nigga. Black people already been held back long enough. You know what I mean? Because I noticed it when I first got in the streets. I was asking my mentors, like, hey, why so many niggas ain't got money at the end of all this? And one of my mentors was like, nigga, we all know we ain't gonna have money. You know what I mean? At the end of this, but we do it anyway. And I was like, well, who the fuck want to live like that? I don't want to live like that. And he said, well, then you won't, nigga. You gonna have money then at the end. And that's how I was thinking about it. You know what I mean? All right, man. So I guess since there's two niggas that's on this one question, let's see. Hesitation in the approach. You don't have much hesitation when you dress yourself up for the bitch to approach you. You have to dress yourself up to make yourself so interesting to the bitch that she has no choice but to find a reason to talk to you. Because let me tell you something, we walk around in our mind thinking that bitches are the prize. So they act like they the prize. They be like, hey, you see bitches, they got that shitty look on their face, like, nigga, like when you just stop talking, hey, can I talk to you? And they look shitty real quick. That's because they've been walking around thinking they've been the prize all day. All day they've been thinking they've been the prize. Somebody told them, bitch, you the prize, you the prize, you the prize. You know what I mean? And they think that. So they walk around acting like that. Well, what about taking your motherfucking pride back, nigga, and start dressing yourself like you are the prize? Start having something going like you are the prize. So that bitch got these big ass titties that get your attention, right? What about go get you a drop top Porsche? That's gonna get her attention, right? That Porsche is bigger than them titties, right? Okay. Say that bitch got that big old fake ass, right? And you know what I'm saying? You like the way it's shimmering, shake, and sway when she moving down the street, right? Okay. Well, nigga, you know what I mean? Start you a reality show and get you a camera nigga that's following you around. That camera nigga that's following you around while you doing this reality show with that Porsche. First off, the Porsche the chains and all that is symbol of success, but that camera says that you are an important person, that you are VIP, right? That bitch with her big ass, when you stop to talk to her, she gonna stop. That big ass is gonna shake. She gonna stop so fast because she gonna be like, well, who is this very important motherfucker that's trying to talk to me? He's not like every other nigga that's trying to talk to me that ain't got nothing to bring to the table. So start investing in yourself and in your business and get the bitches to hesitate when approaching you. That's real shit. You know what I mean? When I go out places and I'm not as fly as I used to be in my 20s when I was pimping hard, you know, because I'm retired from the streets. Nigga, I just happen to have a bunch of bitches, but I'm trying to help these bitches go to school, so that's costing me money. I'm trying to help these bitches do everything that I would want my bitches to be doing at this stage in my life. I need a bitch just doing taxes. I need a bitch just doing this. I need a bitch just doing that. So I try to fill all the spots that I need on my basketball team or my football team or whatever. Switching the energy back on his importance. Switching the energy back on his is important. Yeah. I mean, you have to remember who you are. You know what I mean? Marcus, you got to put up a profile pic, baby. You have to remember who you are and what you are about. You know what I mean? For a bitch to recognize who you are, for a bitch to recognize what you are about and bow down and everything, she ain't gonna bow down to a nigga that she thinks she bigger than. It's not happening. So if you let that bitch have more tattoos than you got gold chains on, then who's the fool? You or her? You trying to talk to this bitch that you think is bad when you need to dress yourself up to where that kind of bitch will think you are bad. That bitch should be like, what? Hey, you wasn't gonna talk to me? The same way that you be like that to a bitch. You know what I mean? I had a bitch tell me once, this is one of my funny stories, but I had a bitch in no doubt, brother. I had a bitch in Las Vegas tell me that our kids are gonna look pretty together. I was like, damn, I've been running that line for 20 years. Now, how would this 20-year-old bitch know to tell me that? Well, she didn't want to take the chance at me leaving out of there without her saying something to get my attention. You know what I'm saying? You know, just, you know, bitches to try anything, man. You know what I mean? That nigga Port Tony was up in a strip joint, bitches on his dick so hard, and he was trying to back up from the bitch because he was busy. You know what I mean? And he was trying to back up from the bitch. He said, man, you know, he can feel all the hatred and like overcome that bitch. He can feel all the hatred, overcome her for being like, damn, I missed my opportunity, you know, because they not used to getting dissed. They not, that bitch was not ready for a Dominican nigga to come up in there, big chains, custom rings, Porsche outside and everything, and his own business. She wasn't ready for that. She ready for some nigga that's a part-time working nigga to tip on that ass. You know what I'm saying? Some dope nigga to try to fill on that ass. She not ready for a nigga that that's in the Boss Hogg School for the Gifted and Exceptional to come in there being gifted and exceptional. She wasn't ready for that. See, we are in the minority. Real pimps are in the minority, not the majority. The majority of the world is the suckers. Even the million pimps of the year. You know, remember I said it's a million pimps every year? Most of them niggas are the suckers. Niggas, sooner or later, they turn into tricks. So the 900-some thousand of them niggas ain't gonna be pimping next year. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I'm just saying. You know? So that's how that go, man. Morning Star said, at what point do you shop enough to where you didn't have any hesitation? Bro, you're gonna always have some hesitation in you and in the bitches that come to you. Sometimes they gonna still pause and come into you. That never ends, but you have less of it. You have more confidence the more that you wrap yourself in your success. You have more confidence. The hesitation never ends because in your mind, the subconscious mind will betray you. Okay? So you dressing yourself up so the conscious mind feels like, nigga, I'm balling. But if your subconscious mind is still telling you that you that loser that was last on the swim team, that you that loser that was picked last on the basketball team, that you that loser that was picked on and jumped and all that kind of shit, then your subconscious mind will always cause you to hesitate because in your mind, you know what I mean? I ain't dealing with this bitch right now. I ain't dealing with her this morning. Anyway, your subconscious mind would tell you uh, nigga, you not so and so. You were, Little Franklin. You not, you know what I mean? This big time pimp. You are Little Franklin. Remember when you were robbed, and your family that grew up with you will tell you this. Your friends that grew up with you will tell you this. This is why you can't deal with people that you grew up with, because they remember you back when you were nobody. So they will tell you and talk to you like you were nobody every day. Goddamn, Marcus, baby, you ain't gonna get no profile pic, man. I'm gonna have to delete you today, cause you know what I'm saying. I want to say that I've been talking to you about getting a profile pic, and you've been like, fuck it. and being that I guess you retracted the comment, I think you be retracting often, nigga, and that's why I be forgetting it and shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Top of the morning, the boss hog and the mob. You did, Cali tapping in. What up, dog? You know what I mean? You said I will my first time. Okay. Yeah, man, just get you a profile pic up though, bro. All right, so yeah, man, you will always have that thing in your mind, um, uh, 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 betraying you, that makes you hesitate when you're going to go get at a bitch or when you're going to go do a business deal. You know what I mean? You will always have that thing in your mind, but you can't let it control you. You got to control it. You got to tell it to shut the fuck up, that you are, whoever the fuck it is that you are working towards being. You know what I mean? Like when I first started noticing a difference. Okay, let's say this happened in Vegas before I even went to Cali. I was going to give you a story from in Cali, but let's say this happened in Vegas. So I got on my three-piece suit, okay? My suit with the vest and the ascot, the pocket square, you know what I mean, the tie, and you know what I mean? And I got on my mink coat, you know what I mean? But it was one of the cheaper mink coats. It was my first mink coat. And I got a perm, manicure, pedicure. Lips are, hydrated with chapstick, lotion on my hands, you know what I mean? I'm not looking raggedy. And I sees a bitch. The bitch is like, I'm working. I can't stop to talk to you. I'm home. I can't stop. And I was like, okay, bitch. Well, I'm going to just walk with you. That's cool with you? Yeah, you can walk with me. You just can't stop me from working. I got to get some money. Yeah, okay. So I'm popping it. And the bitch, she got on her high heels. She got on her fishnet stockings, short mini skirt, you know what I mean? The tight, she had the big old black girl booty. So she bent over, that ass hang out, you know what I mean? She had titties was sitting up high, you know what I mean? I don't remember what kind of shirt she had on, nigga, this is a long time ago. But she had, you know what I mean, all the makeup. She had a blonde wig on, looking just like a hoe. And I'm looking just like a pimp. So we walk a little past the slot machines. We're in the Mandalay Bay Casino. And we walk a little bit past the slot machines. We get over towards like where the Wheel of Fortune and shit is. I want to say it's the Wheel of Fortune machine. So many people stopped everything to look at me and her that she was like, let's just sit down here. She lost all hesitation. Because at first, in her mind, I probably looked like a pimp nigga, but I probably didn't look that dynamic to her. But when she seen me and her together, and the response we got from the people, Public Enemy number 3 just sent y'all niggas a shot. You know what I mean? Y'all get props to him. But when she seen the response on the world with the two of us together, she wanted to sit down. Because when she first seen it, she stopped. You know what I mean? I guess that makes anybody hesitate. You know what I mean? When you see everybody look up, like when you break something in the kitchen, everybody look over at you. So I stopped and... Where you coming from, baby? Man, god damn it, baby. Y'all see, I'm not that caliber of nigga. My brother from Dexter, Lee 818 reputable on there though. Don't block him from the room. That's my little homie in LA. You know what I mean? Don't block him from the room. I don't know what was said or whatever, but leave him on there. But I gave my man a lot of chances, my other guy, before I booted him out. But ain't no hate to him, nigga. Just I just didn't know where his energy was at. You know what I mean? But anyway, man, I appreciate that, bro. Anyway, me and the bitch stepped out to, past the casinos. I mean, not past the casinos, past the. I'm still thinking about the nigga I just deleted from the room, man. I know I couldn't have been wrong for that, right? Somebody else felt the energy was wrong. Yeah, that somebody else felt that it was gonna kind of turn into some type of hate or something later on, maybe. Anyway, but when she stepped past the slot machines and all the shit, and we could be seen together, you did. We could be seen, and she hesitated because everybody looked up at us at the same time. You know what I mean? I didn't say nothing. I was bold as a lion, nigga. You know what I mean? I came out looking like this. She was bold as a lion. She came out looking like that. So you couldn't have told that bitch, you serious? You out here trying to sell some pussy? She looked like it. You couldn't have told me, nigga, you serious? You trying to be out here, you know what I'm saying, selling the bitch pussy and cold on a bit? I look like it. You seriously want me to give you my money? I look like it. So when she noticed that the world seen us together and how they were like jocking us, they were like all open and looking at us, she said, let's just sit down right here. One of the next things that bitch said, you know what I'm saying? This is after I ran down my pedigree to her and I told her I need you because that's my normal thing. My brother Gary, is who we came up with that I need you together. You know what I mean? Downtown Atlanta in the underground or something. It was like, I need you. You know what I mean? And the bitch went for it and we wrote that down. This is the first nigga that, my first student in the school. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Yeah. He said let's give Gary credit because yesterday when Tony was out at the strip joint with him, you know what I mean. Gary alley-ooped Tony two numbers, and one of the numbers Tony was just too heavy in the club. He was drawing too much attention. He wasn't tipping, so they was like, hey, you got to leave. And Gary had already left. He stopped through there for like an hour. You know what I mean, and got his beak wet, and then left on out. But when Tony was leaving and going to the porch to go jump in, Tony hit me, and it was about getting the second bitch's number. Like, damn, I only got the one bitch's number. The other bitch was on my dick. I didn't really close the deal because she went to go change or whatever. She had to go on stage or whatever she had to do. And I was like, Gary, you know what I'm saying? That nigga done wet your beak, baby. I need you to go back up there. You know what I mean? Alley, you my little brother, the second number, nigga. Like, And nigga, Gary stopped everything and was like, wait a minute, you don't remember, nigga? If you ask that second bitch about the first bitch's number, she gonna think she ain't as important to you. You know what I mean? So he was dropping game on Tony and me. I moved so fast, catch so many bitches, I wouldn't even thought about the fact that Tony needed to slow down on getting the first bitch number. I was like, no, if the first bitch was the one that was really on your dick, you need her number. Fuck what's going on with the second bitch. She wasn't on your dick as hard as the first one, but you never know which bitch is gonna stay to 20 years and help you make $1 million. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean. The boy Gary did. Now naturally there's sheer self-preservation in there too. He didn't want to go back up to the strip club to help my little brother again, but at the same time, what he said made a lot of sense. You know what I mean? And we grew up like this, knowing that if you play a bitch like the other bitches are more important, the bitches will stop fucking with you. They you know what I mean? They'd be like, oh, this nigga don't value me. You know what I mean? Go ahead. Oh yeah, she was straight up and talking right. No doubt, baby. Pull up on that bitch. Let me know how it go. Yeah, pull up on that bitch today. Let me know how it go, Jack. But you say she was talking right, huh? Yeah, I mean, that's all that count. I still think you need to go back and get that first bitch number too. But but you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know how it's gonna work out with this one, so that's good. That's good, man. That's we got to give credit where it's due. Then I was hoping you was gonna tell me that actually. Yeah, I was hoping that that's what you was gonna tell me, man. That I missed your call about yesterday. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. You know what I mean? Okay. Ah! fuck with them putting you out the club. We gonna get ours regardless, daddy. No doubt, that's what a good bitch is gonna do. A good bitch ain't gonna let you go through nothing by yourself. Period. A good bitch is not gonna be like, well, you fucked that up. That's when your bitch is going bad. Good bitch is gonna be like, I got you, daddy, don't trip. You know what I mean? I can go myself. You know what I mean? I don't need you to go up there. If you can't go up there, I can go in there myself. You know what I mean? A good bitch is gonna, you know what I mean, gonna ride with you regardless, baby. So no, then it was worth it. It was worth the $200 that you went to be with, nigga. It was all the way worth it. Go up there, man, pick up your bitch and keep that bitch for the next 20 years. You understand me? And y'all saying, our brother out of LA said, get him, Porch Tony. You did. Yeah. So y'all said Tony called him a nice little one. You know what I mean? So I was busy. I wasn't up there with them niggas. You know, I'd be busy doing my own boss hog thing. But they was up there killing it, nigga. You know what I mean? And I heard the stories when they was coming back. You know what I mean? But I didn't know how it was gonna work out with the bitch. Now, I still think you should get that first bitch number, but lock the other bitch down first. That's what I think you should do. Lock the second bitch down first, and then go around. I wouldn't go through that second bitch to get the first bitch number. I don't give a fuck what's said. I would not do that. I would still, you know what I mean, make my way to find my way some kind of way to, you know what I mean, get the bitch number, whether I gotta talk to the bouncer and wet his beak and, you know what I mean, get him to bring that bitch over to the door, you know what I mean, and I, you know, get the bitch number, you know what I mean, because, I mean, 2 is always better than 1, baby. And 1, actually, that if that 1 is really down, is all it take to make a million. But, you know, by and large, nigga, you need to be deep, you know. But, anyway, where was I at? So I told the bitch, I need you. And the bitch looked up to me with no hesitation in her eyes and said, I need you too. And I was like, bitch, don't just tell me anything. You got to show me. You know what I mean? I need you. You don't understand. She was like, no, I need you. You got a car? And I was like, yeah, I got a, you know, S500. It was, you know, it was my Benz, right? It's my first Benz. Said, I got an S500 outside. She said, you live around here? I said, yeah, I live up the block. You know what I mean? And, you know, I got that bitch. I kept that bitch for like 12 years. Jack. You know what I mean? Now, it was some problems to it, you know, stop and go. It was off and on, you know what I'm saying? But that's how it is. But, yeah, man, another time that that I knew I was dressed accordingly was when I started having enough mean coats to, you know what I'm saying, to not really wear the same one that week. I started having jewelry, you know, 2 and 3 sets of jewelry, and that just killed all the questions about whether a bitch could really make money in this life. Because I look like I only live this life. So the bitch was like, hey, I know that I can get it in here because I look at my man. So when I took that bitch, the white bitch to the track, the first night when I turned out the bitch that had the big Dora Explorer head, when I took that bitch to the track, she was like, you know, she was like, Daddy, I ain't gonna ever embarrass you like that again. I'm gonna get some money. I'm gonna make sure that you stay at the top where you at. Now, in my mind, I didn't think I was at the top yet. But, you know, I couldn't deny this bitch, you know, saying that I was at the top because, you know, that's where she wanted to see her man. Also, when I got ready to fire the bitch in Vegas about some shit, and I get ready to fire everybody. So, not just her, but I fired everybody at some point in time, nigga. And I let them come back, too, because I love their motherfucking ass if they loving me. But it's just the times that they show me they not loving me. I'm like, bitch, I don't love you either. Get the fuck on. So, anyway, one of them times that I was, you know, gonna fire a bitch, you know what I'm saying? I remember that little bitch said, you know, Daddy, you on top and we ain't letting no bitches bring us down. And I remember, you know, seeing one bitch say that in front of another bitch. I said, damn, the game done changed. Because I had never seen that, especially not a new bitch, that was bold enough knowing this other bitch is going to cut her head. Like, you got to, y'all niggas got to just picture it. This bitch was going to lose that fight in one of a million ways. Like, if you were Doctor Strange and you were flipping through all the ways that this fight could go, nigga, there was no way that this bitch could have won and beat up this tall black bitch. There was no way. That black bitch was knocking people out. She was knocking pimps out. Okay? She could knock me out, but I mean, she was knocking pimps out. Nigga, but either way, when they was getting into it, and she was trying to take up for me because the black bitch was trying to get her to run off. And she had, you know, kind of told me the truth in front of the bitch. She know that look that bitch gave her, like, bitch, I'm gonna kill you when he leave this track. Once Daddy go leave this track and go kick with his film friends, I'm gonna kill you. So, you know, just the fact that bitch was bold enough to just be honest about what all was happening. Like, you know, Daddy, she trying to get me to be with some nigga, you know, so she can have less competition. You know, the hoes is trying to do too much thinking when they should be thinking about all the ways they can break a trick instead of thinking about all the ways they can fuck up my shit, you know. But anyway, man, what else, man? Anything else before I jump off? All right, I don't think I missed no questions. Go ahead. I think it's two of y'all. Hold on. Somebody else was up right before you. Go ahead. You jiving, nigga. You sound like you still sleep over there, nigga. Yeah, go ahead. When you feel mentally exhausted, you definitely know you need to work smarter and not harder. When you feel exhausted, nigga, you definitely know that, nigga, it got to be a better way than this. What that nigga Beanie Siegel say? This can't be life. This can't be life. You know what I mean? You know, you have to do something. And my answer is always the financial investment. Always for me to, you know what I mean, do it, you know what I'm saying, another documentary, another book, cop another chain, advertise my business. Whatever you gonna do, you have to do something that makes it easier on you. You know what I'm saying? See, my life look real easy. You ain't showed up to Atlanta yet, but I kind of chill all day. So it look like I don't do much, but I be working. But it's so laid back, it seems easy to the people that's on the outside looking in because, you know, I've passed that point of struggle. Not saying that I don't have no financial struggles, but just saying that um, it's not ever hard for me to catch a bitch. It's not ever hard for me to make a sale. It's not ever hard for me to hire employees. It's not ever hard for me to train employees. It's not ever hard for me to get my respect out of niggas or get my respect out of my employees or get my respect out of it. Like, you know, I've already been building this thing up for so long. I've been putting money into this system of mine, this life of mine, this kingdom of mine, these skills of mine, you know, for so long that it's, you know, it's easy at this point. You know what I mean? So you got to make it easier for yourself. And you learn this, if you learn this at 20, you know what I'm saying, you will be thankful, nigga, at 30 and 40, nigga, when times can get tough. Okay? Because most niggas they start out trying to do it for free. You know, whenever you thinking pimping is free, you doing something wrong. Let me say that. Hold on for a minute. Hold up. I got my man in the VIP, then I got you, no breaks. Go ahead, bro. That one right there, that one I just told him. Another rule of the game is know that it costs money to pimp. Know that it do. It costs money to pimp. It costs money to hoe. Know that it's not for free unless you're doing it at the bottom level. That's real shit. And why would you ever want to do that? People be killing me. They be like, yeah, so I went out on the track and somebody hit me over the head and I got stitches and this and that. Well, bitch, that comes with the track because it's everybody that's out there. That's the free people that's out there. You know what I'm saying? It costs a little more. You got to invest in yourself a little more to get in the casino. Even though the casino seems free, but if you in there and you popping, you got to have, you know, the $500 dress on. You know what I'm saying? You got to have, you know what I mean? Like, you got to look like something. You got to invest in something in yourself. If you going to work at a strip club, you got to go buy the dance license. Okay? And if you serious about it, you're going to pay for the pole dancing classes, the burlesque classes. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're going to pay to learn your craft. You know what I mean? Same thing with a nigga this pimping, man. It costs money to pimp. Nigga, I asked a bitch for $10,000 when I was going out to the West Coast. And I had already been getting money. But I had such a good hoe for my bottom bitch on the East Coast that I just never had to really fight for, my money. Like, like I didn't have to fight on my way to California, but let me show you how it worked. I had never asked my bitch for $10,000 at a time. I was just getting my, $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day, you know what I mean, every day. You know what I'm saying, from my good bitch. So I got this second bitch, and I had already been having other bitches, but anyway, I got this second bitch, and this is the bitch that I took to the West Coast. This is why the bitch even be brought up, because I got probably over 10,000 hoes, but, that I done knocked over the years and I broke. But this particular bitch, this is the first bitch that I asked for $10,000 just early, like, up front when I was seeing her. I was like, hey, bitch, so I'm gonna need you to, get down and give me at least $10,000 and this and that and this. And she looked around, she looked out the window, she looked at me, And then she looked at me in my eyes and said, well, Daddy, what you gonna do with that kind of money? And I was pissed. I was insulted. I was like, bitch, you know what I mean? Like, I've been making, you know what I mean, $365,000 a year since I was 16, at least $365,000 a year. How in the fuck could you ask me what I'm gonna do with 10,000? But I wasn't wearing my money. I wasn't investing back in myself. I was investing in my brain. And when you invest in your brain in the books and seminars and shit, the bitch don't see it. She don't see where your money went. So I asked for 10,000, knowing I got probably $100,000 brain at that point. It wasn't $1 million brain at that point. You know what I mean? Because I was learning shit, but I was not. I was learning shit, but I wasn't able to retain and apply everything right then. Okay, so I asked her for $10,000 and she hesitated. Like nigga, what you gonna do with that kind of money? Well, I pulled over and asked my mentor at, you know what I'm saying, to pay for it. Babe, man, what the fuck, baby? You said if I asked this bitch for this caliber of dough, that, you know what I mean, that the bitch would know I'm serious about this pivot and everything. He said, yeah. Well, what did she say? I said, she asked me what I'm gonna do with that kind of money. And he said, well, what do you dress like? I said, I'm on the road, man, so I got some Gucci shoes on, but I got some Anichi jeans. I got a wife beater on, but my Anichi shirt is in the back of the car. He said, oh, okay. Any jewelry? I said, I got these little hoop earrings. They gold, they got little diamonds in them, but they real little diamonds. And, you know, because back then I had some, like, you know, some $600 kind of fucking shit. Anyway, he was like, you know, oh, okay. No Rolex, no diamond rings, no nothing. No, man, I would have told you if I had any of that. What about chains? Chain on your neck? No. No custom-made suits. You know what I mean? Like no tailor suit. No, I ain't got none of that yet. Mink coats and everything. Yeah, I got this mink coat, though. But it's in the back of the car, you know, and this and that. And he was like, oh, what kind of car? I said, man, I got a Cadillac at home, but I'm riding a Chevy right now because the Chevy is better on the road. I didn't want to break down on my Cadillac. He was like, oh, okay. Then he said, a pimp must have pimp things. If you are going to be paid like a professional pimp, nigga, you got to have what professional pimps have. You ain't going to motherfucking, you ain't going to get Rolls Royce money unless you showing a bitch that you a Rolls Royce pimp. That makes sense? You're not going to get to pay the mortgage on the mansion unless you show that bitch know that what are you saying, no breaks? You ain't gonna get money to pay mortgages and a down payment on the mansion unless a bitch know you're already doing it like that. No bitch wants to create some nigga into being a super pimp. Now, they all say that they do, but they don't. They want to give it a nigga that's already doing it. That way they sure that they not brave enough to say, I want you to be a legendary nigga. They not brave enough because what if that nigga turn into a trick or a sucker after a few years in the game? And they embarrass, bitch. You the nigga that put that, you the bitch that put that nigga in the game. You bought him a Rolls Royce, bitch. You the stupid ass bitch that motherfucker fucked the game up for all us. They don't want to have people hating them. They don't want to be ostracized. They not leaders like that to where they gonna trust you and want you to have your first Rolls out their money. Your first Benz out their money. Anything that I ever got the first of, I never told bitches I was getting it. I just got it. I never was like, yeah, bitch, we saving up for a Rolls, because if you tell them, they gonna make sure that you don't ever get it. Them dough done been good all these weeks, but now it's gonna start slowing down. As soon as you tell a bitch, we mashing for the mansion. If they don't know you for having one, now if you used to have one, that's different. Because then they like, yeah, we ready to live in a mansion again, daddy, and they gonna put their dough up. They gonna, you know what I mean, put their dough in your hand, they gonna let you stack your dough up. If you rolled Rolls before, then a bitch is gonna let you stack your dough up. You know what I mean? But if you never bought a Rolls, she don't want to be played. She don't want to be kind. She don't even believe you. You know what I mean? It costs money to pimp. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? You gotta put your money down. You know what I mean? You gotta put your money down. Even on the internet, the little free sites like Craigslist, it's always hassle. You get 200 motherfucking calls, maybe one person showed up. The cheap sites, Backpage and all these little sites that want to be Backpage right now, you know, it's like $10 ads, $12 ads, all that kind of shit. You know, you get all these calls, you get 300 calls, only 3 niggas show up. Now, most bitches is making a living off that 3 niggas that show up because they got $600. They charge $200 a call, 3 niggas showed up, they make $600. So they like, yeah, that's worth a good $10 tomorrow. But think about it. You know, you find the sites that you got to pay $1,000 to advertise your bitch on, right? You get motherfucking say 100 calls, say 20 people show up, $1,000 a pop. Follow me? See, at the bottom level of the game, we believe that kind of shit don't exist. But let me tell you, it exists. Whatever you dream about, it's out there. You just ain't found it yet. I'll give you another example. I was on the track, pimping on my hoe. It's fine ass hoe. You know what I mean? One of the finer hoes on the track, and we was getting about $400 a day. Because, you know, it's a track, nigga. I grew up on a real track, nigga, meaning $50 to fuck type of track, nigga. So, bitch will bust down, you know, about $400. So, you know, some kind of way, I thought, you know, some nigga told me, man, he was working his bitch in the daytime with the Mexicans over at the Mexican apartments and shit in the Mexican areas. So I sent a bitch over there. She make $400. I sent her at night on the track. She make $400-500. So I get $800-900 that day. Somebody told me about an escort service. Now this is back when the escort service was popping, and it's still popping today. It ain't easy to find, because back then I was hearing about escort services my whole life. Nobody gave me the game of where to find them. Back then you could find them in the yellow pages. Now yellow pages are no more, so you can't find them in the yellow pages no more. But you used to be able to find them in the yellow pages. If you had a proper enough bitch, your bitch was sharp enough, she was smart enough, your bitch would get down in a fashion that she could get hired at the motherfucking she can hire by the escort services, right? My first night with the escort service, I made $1,800. First night. Now escort service still get their half, so you know what I'm saying. Pimp only get his half, so I still only get the 900. But she only seen 2 dates or some shit like that, instead of the 10 dates in the daytime to get that, you know, $400 or whatever it was, or 8 dates or 5 dates in the daytime to get that $400 on the Mexicans, and, you know, 5 dates at night or whatever, 8 dates at night, you know what I mean? You know, it was just a little easier on the bitch. So at the beginning, we like, yeah, I like that. Now after a while, I was like, oh, I don't want it so easy on the bitch. Bitch got more time to nag me for some dick because she ain't all tired and sore, so I still would be down on the track. But I had this plug into the thing where the money was a little easier to come by. Okay? Now the bitch had to get along with them madams, you know what I mean, in order to get a job and keep a job, but she also had to get along with them phone girls in order to get the proper calls, because they would give the bitch the shitty calls and give they partners the good calls. Because the phone girls they human. So they got their favorite girls that they like to work with too. Not only that, but phone girls, for y'all that don't know, the bitch got paid based on the phone calls that went through. They didn't get paid just for answering that phone. They got paid for the ones that booked. Did the bitch get some money? Okay, the service made half, so you got your $50 per call that booked. And that was how the phone girls would make all their money. Okay? So they would send a call to the bitch that they knew was gonna book. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, the term was, she's a booker. That was the term back in that day. You know what I mean? Was the phone girls would be like, yeah, I like your girl because she's a booker. I can send her to any call and she's gonna walk out of there with money. The service gonna be to make money. We gonna get paid. And that's how they talked. This phone girls was like, we gonna make our money with her. Even though you made your money, because the bitch would keep her half of that shit. Say it was $1,000 that came through. And every trick back, but if $1,000 came through, your bitch get $500, the service get $500. But let me tell you this, every trick that paid a bitch back then gave a bitch a tip. So bitch would get paid $1,000, she would still walk out with $1,200 because he would just feel bad. And the hoes back then were trained to ask for a tip. It don't matter how much the trick paid. They had trick paid my bitch $3,700. She still asked for a tip. That's just a game, and he still gave a tip. That was just part of it. Now, are those services not around no more? Yeah, they are, nigga. You just still gotta have the hookup. Remember I told you that this game is a secret society. Every level to this game, it is hid in secrecy. You know, the squares can't just come in and bump into the real game and the real niggas in the game. Most bitches that been hoeing 10 years never met but one pimp, one real pimp in their life. If any real pimp. Okay? All right, man. Anything else?